Hi, welcome to the channel. Jay, and this is our 2 cents where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing Lewis Crocker next for Haney, Shakur Steveson's Hypocrisy, and Claressa T-Rex Shields does it again. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the video or the live stream today. Shout out to everybody that's joining me in the building. Give me a second. All right. Blue Hustle Man in the building. What up, Blue Hustle Man? Hold on, Blue Hustle Man. Let me get you right over here real quick. I think you've been over here about 3 times. This might be like your 3rd time stopping through. Let me get you right real quick. There you go. We got Delta 8 Father in the building. What's going on? Tez 305. What's up? AJ 64. What's going on, AJ 64? Gabber 11. Gabber. How am I supposed to say that? Anthony Shell in the building. What's going on, Anthony? All Things. What's up, All Things? What is up? Let a couple more people pull up in here. Fredo for life in the building. What up, Fredo? Let me get you right, too. I've been seeing you over here all the time. I'm about to time you out. Hold on, I ain't trying to do that. All right, there we go. 2 cents. Now, you know you can't fake possibly being a 4-time division champion and 2-time lineal champion, all by 28 years old. Kudos to him. Kudos to him. But what's crazy is I made this a long time ago, back when Shakur was capping about something else. And you know, when you do StreamYard, you get to save like little stuff in there if you don't delete it. So I just popped this up here today because the hypocrisy about the whole rehydration thing. And I just feel like people just glossing over it, like no, we're not just gonna gloss over the because the issue is when I try to come out and say, okay, but I don't have a problem, like it's a rehydration clause, whatever y'all agree to, it is what it is, because people use rehydration clauses in boxing. Like it's a normal thing people do in boxing. They use rehydration clause. If y'all really want to sit down and comb through facts and contracts, and you go back in the past and you see how many people actually use rehydration clauses in some of the biggest fights, and you ain't even had no idea about, because stuff like that back in the day just wasn't really talked about. And then you got the IBF, who, if you have their belt and you're not unified, you just fighting for their belt, you automatically come under a 10-pound rehydration clause because they want to be able to make it a fair fight and nobody has a weight advantage. And when I bring that up to people, they make it seem like, that's because the IBF said it. It doesn't matter who said it. The end action is the same. You on a rehydration clause. But because a certain fighter did it, they wanted to try to demonize and weaponize and use it against said fighter. But now, fast forward, not only did you call out a fighter 2 divisions up from you, you tried to put a stipulation on the fighter. I didn't even want to start the show with this. I wanted to let a couple people pull in, small talk, but since we already started. I'm already cooking. Put some fire emojis in the chat. So you want to move up 2 weight classes, and then if read a rehydration clause, I'll fight you. Like, how you gonna move up and want to put a stipulation on me? Is Shakur Steveson doing anything wrong asking for a rehydration clause? And I don't know. I'm not saying whether it's right or if it's wrong. But according to what Shakur Steveson said, it's absolutely wrong that he put the rehydration clause, and he's simply looking for an advantage. Because when you put the rehydration clause on a fighter, you don't get to fight them at their best. Those aren't my thoughts. That's what he said. Let me see if I can find a video. This is what Shakur Steveson said. So according to him, he's looking for an advantage, and he want to move up and not fight fighters at their best. And for some reason, this is being able to slip and slide records. It's slip and sliding all across the boxing community. People act like they ain't got nothing to say about it. But I just want to point it out and give my 2 cents about the situation, because lately it's been hypocrisy exposed after hypocrisy being exposed after hypocrisy being exposed after hypocrisy being exposed. It's crazy for you to sit there and do an interview with a hoodie on and say, man, let me see if I can find this clip. If anybody got the link, please drop it below, because I had the link yesterday or whenever I went live last time and I played it. Let me see if I can pull it up in the history, because I got y'all. Let me see who else. Oh, we got Cooking with Frank in the building. What's up, Cooking with Frank? We got Boxing Hacker in the building. Shout out to Randall 700 with the $1.99 in a super chat. He dropped a fire emoji. Shout out Randall. We got Savage Bo in the building. What up, Savage? Who else we got in the building? I think I seen somebody I skipped. Slogan Uno in the building. Slogan 1 in the building. What up, Slogan 1? Asante L in the building. What's up, Asante? Dean Ba Any Means in the building. What up, Dean? Quiet Storm Thomas in the building. What's up, Thomas? Yeah, I know we got to see what Boxing Hacker talking about. It's not a normal thing in boxing. That's why it's called a clause. But to be fair, he was talking about Tank and Ryan, who were at the same weight class. It is a rehydration clause is normal in boxing. Boxing Hacker. What do you mean? Just because I say it's normal, I'm not saying every single person uses them, but I'm saying the use of them is normal. Come on, Boxing Hacker, keep up. Keep up. Keep up. And it's crazy to me. You know what's crazy? This is how you know it's tank derangement syndrome. That's what I'm gonna call it. Tank derangement syndrome. You've seen the game that Ryan Garcia played with Devin Haney. And they cried, he came in 3 pounds overweight. It wasn't until after he got dribbled off the canvas that they was crying. Because before he got dribbled off the canvas, they was like, it don't matter the weight. He a D-level fighter. Y'all remember that? So they seen the weight games that Ryan played with Devin and still got the audacity to try and criticize Tank for having a rehydration clause so that Ryan Garcia could not play weight games with him. I bet you Devin wish he had a rehydration clause. But you know why Devin didn't have a rehydration clause? Because he himself didn't want to be put under no rehydration clause. And that's fine. But Tank and his team was smart enough to not get the game ran on him. Unfortunately, Devin wasn't. And it's boxing. It happens. Ryan played weight games damn near every fight. How Devin and his team ain't know that? Answer this question for me real quick. It was a quick debate I was just having with somebody. Who do y'all think will win in a fight, Ryan or Tio? Without being biased, I don't know. I know y'all don't like Ryan and all this other shit, but if y'all was just take the names off of it, look at the attributes. At 147 pounds, who do y'all think will win in a fight? Ryan or Tio? At 147. Boxing Hacker says the rehydration clauses wouldn't have mattered to St. Ryan missed the initial weigh-in. It definitely would have mattered. Tio, Ryan. Why would y'all think that Tio could beat Ryan at 147 pounds? He barely finna be able to beat Shakur at 140. But I don't know. I think that's an interesting fight. And if Tio can get to Shakur, it's going to be an interesting night. Boxing Hacker, if you have a rehydration clause, don't that mean you can't rehydrate over a certain number? So even if I miss weight, wouldn't that still mean I can't rehydrate over a certain number, Boxing Hacker? Okay, some people think Tio will beat Ryan at 147 pounds. I think he's too small, y'all. I don't know how big y'all think Tio. I don't know if y'all know how big Ryan Garcia is. Do y'all know how big Ryan Garcia is? Do T.O. have something to keep Ryan off from let determine the fight? And that's what I'm saying. Have y'all seen T.O. with any pop at 40? He does not have no pop at 40 like he had at 35. He don't have it. So imagine him going up to 47. Ryan will walk T.O. down and hit him with a left hook. Like, what are y'all talking about? He's small as hell. And y'all can act like Ryan only got a left hook if y'all want to. Y'all be tripping, man. Y'all don't be analyzing fights. Y'all be just going based off how y'all feel. So back to what I was saying. We're going to take a look. If you feel like, I'm going to let Shakur tell y'all. Because you cannot go back on this.
Me actually beating him, so he could come in. Long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some real testing, and I'm with it. Like, let's make it happen there.
The rehydration clause, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think
because Tank does that to every fighter. So he is
yeah.
Does Frank Martin has to do the same thing?
I don't know what Frank Martin has to do, but Frank Martin is more so like a 135 pounder. So I don't understand the reason why he would do it.
Okay.
But nah, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Because if you go watch when Ryan fought Tank, and you watch when Devin fought Tank, and you see like the
people.
size, the how good he's feeling. Like, you could tell he's feeling good on that night. Like the weight and everything. Like, I think that nah, that's some bullshit. That's some like, I need an advantage. And with the advantage, I mean, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to, and it's gonna be easy to knock out a nigga that's weak.
Okay, y'all heard him. And how are you gonna compare Ryan Garcia fighting Tank at 136 and him fighting Devin and he ain't even make 140? Of course, we're talking about look at the size. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And Ryan Garcia was eating pizza and tacos the day before the fight. And I'm telling you right now, if you're struggling to make weight, you're not eating no damn pizza and tacos the day before your fight. I'm telling you that from experience. So, whatever the case may be, all this time a rehydration clause has been looked at as if you are getting some type of advantage, when really you're taking another fighter's advantage away so that the fight could be more even. What's going on in the chat? The thing is, 2 hasn't fought Tank 2 cents. And be that as that may, he will always have the favor over fighters that have fought Texas. Man, Ryan couldn't sleep Rolly. T.O. is noticeably more skilled than Rolly. But T.O. is smaller than Rolly. Way smaller than Rolly. Frito. Shout out Mr. Greg in the building. What's going on, Mr. Greg? I'm doing great. How are you doing today? Shakur is a straight up coward, just like his snack homies. Okay. I'm telling y'all. But I just wanted to bring that up and talk about it again, because the way everybody just skating like the ice capades over this topic, like it's just cool now. It's crazy to me. It's like, after everything that was a big deal, do I think Rolly can beat T.O.? Rolly and T.O. That's a good fight. Rolly could catch T.O. It depends on what weight you talking about. 47, Rolly might get him. Shakur is making himself the face of boxing right now. No, he's not, but he's P for P. You don't become the face of boxing because you fighting T.O., who arguably ducks everybody. Now all of a sudden people forget how many people didn't forget how many people T.O. done ducked. Now if you beat him, you the face of boxing. I guess, man. It's a good fight. I can't wait to see it. Lewis Crocker, a solid fighter. Man, listen. They're gonna have trouble with that Lewis Crocker fight. He may have some trouble with Lewis Crocker. We'll have to see. I need to see the size advantage Devin has. But that may be a tough fight for Devin. I suggest y'all go watch film and not just talk out y'all emotion. What up? Shout out Sexy Kendra in the building. What's up, Sexy Kendra? Wait 2 cents. You can be the face of boxing by fighting Ryan, a person who has never been a champion. LOL. Devin is a sucker too. Boxing is on life support, y'all. I mean, especially if y'all talking about these people finna be the they don't watch no film, Blaze P for P. They just be on here repeating each other and all in their feelings. Y'all go watch. Listen, this is y'all assignment. 2 centers. Listen. From now until Tuesday night, when we meet again on 2 Cents After Dark, y'all go watch Lewis Crocker's last 2 fights. And y'all tell me why I say Lewis Crocker may give Devin Haney some problems. That's y'all assignment. So we can have an educated boxing conversation, not an emotional one. And let's talk about that since y'all brought up Lewis Crocker. Can you tell me why Bill Haney decided to act like he wanted to fight Rolly? I told y'all he was clout chasing Rolly. Here go my cup right here, baby. I told y'all he was clout chasing Rolly. And then you're gonna yesterday act like you calling out Tank, who was 2 weight classes before you. And what's crazy is how people started going around like, yeah, Tank should fight him. Tank was about to fight Jake Paul. And I'm like, why are y'all so cool with somebody wanting to fight somebody with a 60-pound weight limit? Like, are y'all serious? Is that what y'all want for Devin? To never outlive the weight bully allegations, constantly pull up small fighters to be fighting them, and then want people to put on a seatbelt and a helmet and start Johnson bouncing? No. Y'all already said the 147-pound division was so weak, so whack. If Boots got unified the 147 division, he wouldn't get no credit. And at first I thought that was bogus. I was like, how y'all gonna say if Boots do it, he don't get no credit, but if Devin do it, it's time to Johnson bounce. So, but then I was like, I get it, because Devin Haney is clearly not at the level of Jerron Boots Ennis. So it's a great accomplishment if Devin unifies a trash division because of the level that his fans think he is at. And it would have been trash if Boots unified the 47 division because the level of what he is at. So they want him to go to 54 and try to be undisputed and unify that division, which is one of the harder divisions right now to compete in. And then when I thought about that, I was like, oh, okay, so it all makes sense now. I get it. Because I know y'all would never expect Devin to go to 154 pounds and be undisputed there. I know y'all wouldn't think that. But we all think Boots is capable of doing something like that, so I get it. But to be okay, if you're gonna do that, Devin, then unify and go undisputed in the division. Don't start going 2 weight classes below trying to fight people. Don't be going 2 weight classes below. Like, come on, y'all. And I said this maybe 2 lives ago before this even happened. We're not going to let Devin Haney start calling out people from smaller weight classes. And when they don't want to fight them, we're going to say they ducking. We're not doing that. So that's already killed over here. But you doing all this clout chasing and calling out. And you already got a fight lined up with Lewis Crocker. You already got a fight lined up with Lewis Crocker. And I'm finna drop the link. Because I didn't. We're going to talk about the fights from last night and all that. I'm going to drop the link. You already got a fight lined up with Lewis Crocker after all of this clout chase. And it's like at this point, I'm be honest with y'all. When I heard the Tank call out, when I heard the Rolly, it was like, it's the same thing y'all do after every fight. I just played a short I made after he fought Regis Prograis where they was acting like Sabril Matias was ducking. Everybody was ducking him after that fight. Same play. And at this point, it's not even working on the fan. Like, y'all not fooling nobody but y'all own fans. But the Hanos clan, they the only people that be believing that. Because there's no way you can see a fight get announced for Lewis Crocker today and believe that they were serious about them other 2 call-outs they was made, but y'all want to run around here and be calling people ducks. And when we try to be like, bro, it's not a duck. They already got stuff playing, going on that they got going on. They're not finna drop everything they doing to fake play with Devin Haney and them when they already got a fight lined up. They already got a fight lined up this quickly. He just fought. Ain't father say the Crocker fight, it ain't finalized? Hey, I heard it was announced, confirmed. That's his next opponent. How you know it's not finalized, Delta 8 father? He said Devin and his team be cherry picking or moving strategically, in my opinion. I mean, of course, Blue Hustle, man. They moving strategically. And I'm going to be honest, I don't got no problem with it. I don't got no problem with Devin moving strategically. They better move him strategically or he going to end up getting dribbled off the canvas again. Because if you ask me, he's still looking a little shaky in that ring. That's just my 2 cents, though. But I think him and Lewis Crocker will be a good fight. Now, I think he may be way bigger than Crocker. But, I mean, I think it'll be a decent fight. I think it will definitely be a better fight than Brian Norman. I can say that. However, Crocker ain't got no feet. So, once again, Devin we go in there and box circles around him. However, Crocker do pose some things that could give Devin Haney trouble. And that's why I got to go watch the fight so we can have a conversation about it. Dean say, so it's cool to pull up fighters now? Can someone answer my question? No, it's not cool to pull up fighters. Listen, I never was a pull-up fighter, all that crying. I was never doing that. But it was cool for Canelo to pull up Terrence Crawford. Remember, that's the fight of the century. Dean, it was cool for that. It's cool for Shakur Steveson to try to move up and go fight Conor Benn and Devin Haney and put rehydration clauses on them. It's cool for that. So I guess what I'm saying, I think it's cool as long as Tank ain't doing it. I think it's cool as long as Tank ain't doing it, but we'll see what's up. We shall see What is up? Last topic before I drop the link. Claressa T. Rex Shields. Let me see if I want to find this clip. She does it again, y'all. She does it again. Not only has she said she could beat Keith Thurman, but now she says she could beat Rolly Romero in an interview. I can't find the clip though. If anybody got the clip, drop the link below so I can pull it up. Again, people in an uproar, people crying because she calling out the men. Oh my God, it's so disrespectful. Why does she think she can beat the men? Oh no, I hate her. I hate her. I don't know why niggas get their panties in a bunch. For real. It's not that serious. Let me see if I can find it on. Oh, hold on. Somebody say, hold on, let me share my screen, y'all. Breaking news. I'm getting some breaking news. Go rewatch the interview. Eddie Hearn is not making that fight unless Crocker is getting massively overpaid. Well, they in negotiations. They say Turkey got the bag. Let's see. All right, let me drop the link. As soon as I find this clip of Claressa, I'm gonna play it. Oh, hold on, did somebody drop it? They go to link. Why would Eddie offer Crocker to Haney when he could give it to Catterall and keep it in-house and sell it in Ireland? Because he's trying to get that massive payday from Turkey so he can get his cut, Poi Ponder. It might be more profitable for Eddie to sell the belt. He said he want him to be massively overpaid. You know what that means.
You're a male champion regardless of weight.
Yep.
That you believe you can.
I beat Rolly. He's a world champion. Rolly Ramirez. Do you agree or disagree? Speaking out, never hold your peace.
I agree.
Do you watch boxing? You ever seen Rolly fight?
I did watch him fight. I seen one against
Ryan Garcia.
Against Ryan Garcia.
Listen, it's not about. I think Rolly is very unorthodox. He's very strong, right? But I'm way taller than him, way longer than him, and got better boxing skills.
So how about one of his punches though?
Did you not hear what I said? It's hard for somebody smaller to hurt somebody that's bigger. I walk around at 185. He fights at 140. Or is it 47? It's
He said 140, 147.
But I'm just saying though, like when you and then like with his skill set, he can't beat me in a fight. And you already know I believe I can beat Keith Thurman. That's real shit. I think I'm a better boxer than Keith Thurman. Not that I'm stronger or can knock him out. I never said that. But anybody can get caught and get dropped and get knocked out.
That's what I'm saying. She just saying if we would just put our boxing skills together, then I feel like I'm better than them. She acting like she said she finna go in there and knock them out. She's just saying if we was just to skill for skill, just put our boxing skills together, I would be able to beat them. Why everybody got their panties in a bunch? I can't hear nobody. Hello?
We can hear you too, son. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Boxing Hacker.
Yeah,
I got Deem and Boxing Hacker on
What's
the
up?
panel. Hold on, y'all. What up, Boxing Hacker? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
What's up, 2 cent? Hey, I gotta say something.
What's up?
I don't know why I keep hearing this thing about see how Tank did it. You know, he put Ryan on a rehydration clause. What happened to Devin will never happen to Tank. That made no sense. Ryan missed the initial weigh-in. It's not like he blew up too much overweight or something. He missed the initial weigh-in. Nothing changes because you have a rehydration clause if you miss the initial weigh-in. You know,
he never would have missed it because it would have been a penalty, Boxing Hacker.
There's still a penalty. He missed the initial weigh-in as a contracted weight. So if you miss it, they have to re-look at the contract.
So they still couldn't have him not come in over a certain amount after they read it.
He still got penalized. You know that, right? He still got penalized. You know, like he couldn't win the title. Like, yeah, he still gets penalized. Nothing changes. He gets this away with Tank too, huh?
Boxing Hacker, if we have a rehydration clause and you can't come in 10 pounds over whatever the weight limit is, right?
After the day of the fight, the weigh-in is the day before the fight, right? So let's say me you have a rehydration clause, right? Let's say like I can't gain.
Are you gonna let me finish talking, or are you just gonna cut me off?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
And I come in 3 pounds overweight, but I can't come in over 10 pounds the next day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that would still mean you can't come in over the 10 pounds if we renegotiate that, right?
No, because they have to relook at the contract.
I just said if we renegotiate that.
Yeah, but nothing changes. That's what happens normally, whether the rehydration clause or not, right? Because the initial weight is a contracted weight, right? Even the rehydration weight is a contracted weight.
You're not making any sense, bro.
Okay, let me explain.
You can't come in over 150, whether you miss weight or not. You're not gonna come in over 150.
Yeah, but nothing changes. Okay, how can I explain it to you better? Okay, the rehydration clause weight.
To me better, it just doesn't make sense.
No, I'll explain it to you right now. Okay, let's say me and you are fighting. Let's say me and you are fighting, right? And I have the rehydration clause about 10 pounds, right? That means I have to make the initial weight. Let's say the initial weight is like a 147. I have to make 147 the first day, and that means that before the weigh-in, the next day weigh-in, I can't go over 10 pounds. That's the second weigh-in, right? If I miss the initial weigh-in, then that's a contracted weight. They have to relook at the contract and figure out what kind of stipulation the fight's still gonna go on, because I just broke the contract. Because it's a contracted weight. I don't even make it to the second weigh-in. The second weigh-in might be in place, or they might just change it because they may have to rewrite the contract. You know, so that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Like saying that, oh, there's a rehydration clause, that means you're not gonna miss the initial weight. No,
Tucson, that's not true, Tucson.
I'm gonna let him finish. You done, Boxing Hacker? Because I gotta.
No, I'm not done. No. To say that,
you got 60 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, because if Tank and Ryan fought, right, and Ryan missed the initial weight, let's say he came in at 138, like they'll have to renegotiate the contract. They might find penalized.
You already said that, Boxing Hacker.
Yeah, so nothing changes with the rehydration clause.
Okay, Dean, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
2 cent, when you sign a contract in boxing, there's already stipulations in it already in the initial contract if you do miss weight. And what will be the ramifications and things that need to take place second? Only thing that changes is if the fighter that doesn't miss weight wants to take the fight or not. But as far as what's going to happen and what's going to transpire, 9 times out of 10, it's already put in the original contract if you do miss weight. That's how Ryan knew how much money he would have to pay Devin if he did miss weight. But anyway,
that's incorrect too. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, matter of fact, Boxing Hacker, don't even speak to me. I don't
go ahead, Dean.
Don't
go ahead.
Don't you be lying on me anyway, buddy.
Don't say nothing to me.
Keep it going. Don't lie to me, buddy.
Don't say nothing to me.
What, you jumped in when I said something?
Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me.
When I was talking, though.
I was talking to you. I wasn't jumping. I didn't jump in while you was talking. I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you didn't?
That's you that jump in. That's
you that you didn't say nothing. You better do a replay.
Oh, all right. Go ahead, Boxing Hacker. You want to talk? Go ahead. No, go ahead. Let Boxing Hacker talk. What you want to say?
No, because I got to get around the panel. Y'all can do that when we open it up. What you got?
Oh, okay. Nah, you go ahead, Rich. I'll say what I gotta say later.
Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, I
Hold on,
just
Rich.
jumped in.
We got Rich on the panel. What up, Rich? What you got for the show?
What's up? What's up? I just jumped. I just jumped in. What was the what was the topic? What was the topic? I keep hearing rehydration clauses. So what y'all still talking about that Shakur stuff?
Yeah,
Let
we
me
was
ask you a
just
question.
talking about
Is
Shakur
there a
stuff.
male champion,
Claressa Shields
regardless
pissing
of
off
the
the
weight,
boxing
Yep.
world
that
again.
you believe you can
I
beat?
beat Rolly. He's a world champion.
Oh, okay, okay.
Rolly
Well,
Ramirez.
let me
Do you
get
agree or
this out the
disagree?
way.
Speaking
Man,
out
I
loud,
don't
hold your
care.
peace.
It might sound funny, but it might sound crazy. I don't care what y'all say, man, but it's like a lot of things has changed. I said this yesterday. It seems like people try and attach Tank name to Shakur. Nobody talking about Tank right now. Why the fuck is Tank name getting brought up with these rehydration clauses and stuff? Shakur said what he would do. That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? People keep bringing up Tank name this. Oh, he said Tank ain't did this. He said Tank. Nobody talking about Tank. These last past interviews that people been going on, Tank name ain't even been brought up. Keyshawn
What you
Davidson,
The
Richardson,
fuck are
Hitchens.
you talking about?
What you
That's not
talking
true.
about,
Bill
Rich?
Nah,
Haney was just talking
nah, nah.
about Tank yesterday. What are you talking about?
Let me. Like I said,
Why did
Hold
you
on,
sit
Rich.
like
up here and just
Hold on.
lie?
Hold on.
Just
I
lie
can't. Wait,
like that.
hold on. I can't go. I'm
You
like
just
I said.
lied. No, I hate no. You just lied. Why did you say that?
Hey,
People
hey,
are
two
talking about
cents.
Tank because Bill Haney called them out yesterday.
Two. I'm
Oh,
not talking.
Rich,
I'm not talking about no Bill Ain't. I'm talking about his
you said
contemporaries at his
nobody.
weight
Rich, do you
class.
know what nobody means?
I'm talking about. I
You
just
don't
said
even
when I
got
came.
Twitter and talking
Hey,
about
two
what people
cents.
talk
Two
about.
cents. 2 cents. Like I said,
Yeah.
people trying to attach Tank name to Shakur all the
I
time.
don't
Because
think
That's what I'm
nobody's
Shakur
saying.
is
doing that.
attaching his name. He brought it up, Rich. Because he brought it up, Rich. That's why.
Man,
That's
motherfucker,
bringing out the hypocrisy.
Shakur ain't bring
Get
up no Tank
Shakur
name.
balls out
Hold
your
on, hold
mouth,
on,
my
hold on, hold
guy.
on, hold on.
Shakur ain't bring
Hold
up
on,
no
Rich.
Tank
I'm gonna
name.
tell you.
Yes,
Shakur
Hold
he
ain't
on,
bring up
hold
no
did
on.
with the
Tank name at all.
rehydration clauses.
Hold on.
Yes, he
I got it,
did.
Dean. Calm down. I got it. I'm about to tell you why they doing it, Rich. I'm about to show
Nah,
you
nah,
in
hold
He
on, now, hold on.
nobody.
Can I finish?
He
Hold
nobody.
Can
He
I
on.
finish?
acting
Can I
dumb.
finish? Can I
Go ahead.
finish?
Go ahead, Rich.
What
Go
I'm
ahead, Rich.
what I'm saying is this. Even though Shakur
You
said what he
saying
said,
it ain't Shakur fault.
wait, hold
It
on. I'm
ain't. Yeah,
talking
we
two
know it
cents.
ain't
Hold on,
Shakur fault, Rich.
two
We
cents,
know it ain't
two,
Shakur fault, Rich. We
two
know.
cents, 2 cents.
Go ahead. Tell us how it's not
Shakur ain't,
Shakur fault.
hey, 2 cents. Shakur ain't said Tank name in what interview? In last interview. It seems like people right now on these internet streets keep attaching Tank name to Shakur. Like I said. I don't care if Shakur said this about this about that. At the end of the day,
Tank
y'all
name
keep
can
bringing up
never
Tank
be
name with
Then
attached.
bring
Shakur.
out the fucking violins for these niggas, man. Y'all niggas is still now it's don't bring up tape. Now don't point out the hypocrisy. Thomas Hill, you hear this bullshit. Now when he get caught looking like a fraud, don't talk about it. Y'all hear this shit.
Yo, I
Everybody
ain't gonna lie,
snapping on
Rich.
y'all niggas.
Them niggas attaching Tank name to Shakur nowadays.
But listen. You can't attach. Listen, it's like a magnet thing, right? Like you can attach Tank name to Shakur. Like the magnetic effect don't work like that. You can't attach Tank to Shakur. If their name is being mentioned together, it's because Shakur is being attached to Tank.
But shit, hey, listen, all these stuff I see right now on these YouTube streets is, oh, Shakur said this, but he said this. He a hypocrite. We know Shakur a hypocrite. Why
Nah, I
y'all
know
bringing
we
that
know
up? Like
Shakur. Hell no, no,
We know
Rich,
that nigga a
no,
hypocrite.
fuck no,
We know
This
that.
shit
no,
is
hell no,
crazy.
We
hell
know the
no,
nigga a
Rich,
hypocrite. We know
hell
the
no.
nigga. Hey, look. Hey, according
Oh
to y'all, he
Lord.
lied. According to y'all, he lied about everything. But then when he says something, he's telling the truth. So he lied about wanting to fight Tank. But then next minute, he's telling the truth about rehydration clauses.
I
What
don't
what
want
is
no
it?
like
What is it? What y'all want?
rehydration
Y'all want to tell
clause.
the truth?
I don't
Or,
want nothing
or-
that's gonna take away from me
yeah.
actually. So, he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some real testing, and I'm with it. Like, let's make it happen there.
The rehydration clause, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think
Because Tank does that to
truthfully,
every fighter. So he is
yeah.
does Frank Martin has to do the same thing?
I don't know what Frank Warren has to do, but Frank Martin is more so like 135 pounder, so I don't understand the reason why he would do it.
Okay.
But nah, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Because if you go watch when Ryan fought Tank, and you watch when Devin fought Tank, and you see like the size, the how good he's feeling. Like you could tell he's feeling good on that night, like the weight and everything. Like
I kept saying
I think that nah, that's some bullshit. That's some like I need an advantage, and with the advantage, I mean I'm gonna do what I gotta do to, and it's gonna be easy to knock out a nigga that's weak.
There's no explaining
that. Remember I told you that? I told you that, right? That Ryan looked drained fighting Tank.
Nigga, we don't give a fuck what you said, nigga.
Man, calm down, little guy.
No, I ain't got calm down.
Let Mr.
Shelton go. We don't give a fuck what you said.
Mr. I don't jump in front of people. You were just jumping in front of my
shut up. You don't turn your camera on.
Hey, we got Mr. Shelton Moore and Payton Ford on the panel. And we got Thomas Quiet Storm Hill on the panel. Somebody got to mute. All right. Thomas Hill, what you got for the show?
I mean, I was chilling in the chat. My man Rich came up in here, and that boy started, what they say nowadays, he started capping off the rip. And, you know, I just had to come in here and rib him, man. Hey, it's okay that your boy say he be giving us that double talk, man. Like you said, they all do. He just do it a little bit better than others, man. But that being the case, it's a lot of people who do attach their name to Tank, and that's how they bubble. We just need to attach them to the ring so we can get that fight. That's the only thing I want to see, because once that happens, niggas got to come up with new narratives. And that's what I'm waiting for, the day that they can make a new narrative.
All right.
Nah, that's 100. Wait, that's 100. That's 100, Tommy. But I'm not saying nothing capping. You attaching your name. If you bringing up Tank name with Shakur, because what Shakur said on Brothers Club, you obviously in tune to what Shakur doing, and you bringing up Tank name, so you attaching his name right now. If you wasn't attaching name, you wouldn't even bring up Tank. You wouldn't bring up shit about
this shit
Tank.
is fucking crazy.
Hold on, Rich.
Attaching the nigga name.
This shit sad. I'm out 2 cents. This shit is sad. This shit is sad.
Rich, are you serious when every time they bring up Shakur, it's Tank
Nah,
name?
it's over with. It's over with. We just seen the whole press conference with Shakur and T.O. Tank naming been brought up. So Richard Hitchenson's, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Steveson ain't bringing up nobody. So leave that nigga out of it. And as far as my man that just was just talking stand up captain, at the end of the day, man, Shakur, man, on bigger and better things. He going up to 147. He said what he said, and that's it.
He going up to 147 to slap rehydration clauses on people.
Yeah, he doing what he want. It's the Shakur era now, nigga. Yeah, Blaze, it's Shakur era.
Man, this nigga smoking dope, bro.
I'm about to put you in timeout, Rich.
Hey, that nigga needed timeout. That nigga
he tripping, bro.
Hey,
Mr. Shelton, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Who you call?
Mr. Shelton.
Oh.
Right. Okay, there you go. Old ass motherfucking phone. Well, it looks like this broad know how to keep y'all talking about her, don't she? I'll just say some more dumb shit. Be talking about me again. I mean, I guess she come from the Don King school where any publicity is good publicity, right?
Hey.
I'll just say the most outlandish shit and see what happens.
That's Claressa. That's Claressa.
Yeah, she's a dummy.
Why? Because what she said. I don't know why people get so mad about it. To me, that shit.
She's silly, man. You can't really pay her no attention.
I don't know why.
And what stressed me out is she uses her logic. She said, "Because I want around 45."
You break
okay,
it
so
up.
you Brody, what around 45?
You sound like computer love, Mr. Shelton.
No, I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. She what she used as her logic was she can beat Rolly because she walks around 185. So I guess you think Rolly walks around at 147. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. It's dumb. But hey. She need to do something. She finna fight Franchon again, and I don't even know if that's gonna fill up a high school gym. So we'll see how it goes.
Not in her hometown. She said she put asses in.
Yeah, ain't nobody come to
Yeah,
see
I
that.
don't like that fight. though. I don't
Franchise
know
what? 41.
She put
Franchise
asses.
41. How's
Yeah.
What
Franchise
you mean?
41?
The women boxers are older.
Ain't nobody come to see that.
I wanted her to fight Shadeja. I don't know why she didn't
Ain't
just
nobody
do
come to see that.
Shadeja fight.
She
That
could
would
fight
be better.
Shadeja.
Well,
after this. She got a whole bunch of opponents.
Yeah, she like she got a whole plethora of people she can fight.
Shadeja's under suspension right now because her ear, she can't hear some shit after the
Oh,
Marshall
because
fight.
Because of that fight.
yeah.
She busted her ear over that fight. Yeah, so she can't fight till she clears the doctor anyway.
So she
But I
can't
don't
fight.
mind. But hey, look, I don't mind her giving Big Mama a payday. Big Mama on her way out. She need a payday. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, Claressa said she's about to
Fulfill
have a
her
baby.
$2 million.
So, like, hopefully, I
Oh man,
would like to see
I mean,
her
she can
fight.
do whatever she wants. I mean, she's in control. I heard somebody yesterday saying, "How come Papoose don't say nothing to her about what she says?" Well,
About
Pap
what?
can't really say nothing to her because she make more money than Pap. So
What is he gonna tell
she's
her
running the
about?
relationship.
What did she
She
say
makes
that
the
was
paper.
wrong,
He
though?
don't.
She's a fighter,
Yeah,
y'all.
she's a fighter,
I
man.
can be rolling.
People act weird about that. She's a
She
fighter.
can't be rolling. That's stupid. There's nothing she can do to beat Rolly Merrill.
Every real
That's
fighter
stupid.
feels like they can
That's
beat
a
almost
dumb thing to
everybody.
say.
All right, hold on, y'all. Let me go to Paid in Full. Paid in Full, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I don't really got nothing. I think that what's the name? You follow Ashley's Corner?
Yeah.
She put out a fire video of like Shakur pretty much contradicting the shit that he was saying throughout the years, and she put it all in like through a clip.
Let's look it up. Let me see. You say Ashley's
Yeah,
Corner.
play it.
But my thing
Yeah,
is
shout
though,
out
it's
to the
just
Chris
like
Allen.
I just don't understand. Like, and when you point out the hypocrisy, people just don't want to still admit it. Just admit the nigga be capping. That's it. That's the only thing I'm pointing out. I'm not saying nobody good, bad, or nothing. I'm just saying he just be capping and just saying stuff. And then the issue is they come out and they say stuff to appease the fans, and they not even really meaning what they saying. They just saying it to go against a narrative or be part of a narrative, or you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing that?
Liar. This dude going social media lying. Like, dude, what did you ever do
Shout out to Ashley's Corner. If you not subscribed, go subscribe to the homie.
to me in sparring? I mean, he never cracked me. I mean, maybe he landed a good shot, but never did I feel a shot. Never did he buzz me. Never did he hurt me. I landed good shots on him too. So I'm confused on what he talking about. He cracked me. Like he coming up, he making up stuff right now. Like that dude, that dude get to feeling himself and feeling like he's something that he not. And to the world, he look like a killer. But I can't wait. I'm gonna expose him. I promise you, I'm gonna expose him. Watch. I'm gonna be the person to expose him. I'm gonna be the person that he going there. He not gonna knock out. He not gonna hurt. He got to go 12 rounds with somebody, and somebody gonna be beating him. He ain't gonna like that shit. That shit gonna mess with his heart. That shit gonna fuck with his head. Watch.
These videos are put in an order in which they were dropped on YouTube. Enjoy.
Do you think deep down inside, Tank, he really like, he respects you, he knows you're a threat, he knows to stay away from you, he knows to wait until maybe, well, you're younger than him, but wait later down the line?
Nah, I don't think he like want to stay away from me, but I know like deep down inside, like how you just said, he respect me. Like saying like respect I got for him, he respect me just because
Absolutely.
he know who he dealing with. Like he know like I'm the truth. I know he the truth. Like and that's like the moral to the story. Like we made for the moment a time when we do fight each other. Like it's made to be the biggest fight, but I just feel like I said, we two special fighters.
Facts.
Your list. Who the top 5 fighters you want to fight right now? Be like, yo, what's it like right now? I want to fight y'all.
Number 1, Tank.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, number 1, Tank. Me and Tank is the best fight. I think that's the fight. And you could name 15 other fighters, but it's one fight that truthfully need to happen.
What's stopping that fight?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not Tank at the end of the day. I'm gonna be real. I'm a real nigga, so I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not Tank. He's the big star. He's the pay-per-view star. I can't throw no offers to Tank. I'm not. Who am I to throw an offer to the biggest star in boxing? What I'm offering him? What? Like, it don't make sense. So, that would have to be on their part, on their team to want to do that. I want to do it.
If Shakur really wanted to fight Gervonta Davis, we would have got that fight last year or this year. We wouldn't have got Lamont Roach. We would have got Shakur Steveson.
You said you would stay in the pocket with Ryan Garcia. Why you say that?
Because
that boy know damn well he ain't fighting in no pocket with no Ryan Garcia. Shakur be capping, bro. He gonna do that little broke shoulder roll. Y'all know I gotta pause it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good. I can hear you.
You good. You real good.
Y'all got some. Y'all heard that? Y'all got some. That's a long little video though. But
yeah, it just shows the inconsistency of that nigga. Like, that nigga don't know what he want to say. 1 minute he want to fight with the nigga. 1 minute he want to praise the nigga. Like,
hey, but Pay, be honest, man. I want the nigga to fight them, dog, because you know it is too many. Like,
right, but you did. But as I said on KO panel, bro, it's going. That's a harder fight to make than people say. The perfect time to make that fight would have been when Shakur was a free agent. Now it's a whole different other scenario of who we actually dealing with. It ain't just Eddie Hearn, Jay Prince, and Turkeys. I mean, it's a lot of that shit going on, bro. And again, I don't think it has anything to do with them. Like I said, I always ask people, what fighter has Jay Prince ever sent over to PBC for them to fight?
That he's worked with PBC. We already know that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's harder to make them people think it is.
I don't think so. I think Tank just needs to want that fight. Honestly speaking.
Hello. Hey, but look, this is the thing about it, right? I don't know, Pay, what you just say about that Shakur couldn't make the fight with Tank because of what?
No, I think all it takes is Tank wanting to make the fight. I think that's
nah. What it is that it's people playing this side. Y'all know how y'all always saying and stuff like that. So the fight can't be made. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to make the fight with T.O. because T.O. is willing to work with Turkey. So that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. He stay on that side. Shakur stay on this side. Do what the fuck he do. That's what he do.
But no, I said that the perfect time would have been.
Stop attaching Tank name to Shakur, man. He been
what the fuck, bro, man? Stop saying that shit, bro.
He passed that shit.
Stop saying that dumb shit.
But he's
not dumbass shit, bro.
Attach Tank name to Shakur for what?
No, all it takes is Tank one that
Because it's
fight.
over with. That
hard,
fight not happening no more. So now what we doing right now, we just gonna keep bringing up. Oh, Shakur said this, but he did this about Tank.
Nigga, we're talking
not
about
happening no more. It's over with.
You the only one talking about it, Rich. You're the only one up here talking about that. Nobody else up here is talking about that.
It only takes Tank wanting to fight. That's the last part. Tank's gotta literally want that fight. And
I said the perfect time would have been to make that fight is when Shakur was a free agent.
He is a free agent. I mean, who's it?
No, he's not, bro.
Who you signed to?
Why the fuck you think Eddie Hearn was up there, bro?
Okay, let me ask you a question again. Who's he signed to?
Why? No, answer that question. Why was Eddie Hearn up there?
Do you know the answer?
Why was he up there?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yes, nigga, he promotes Shakur.
When did he sign with Eddie Hearn again?
My nigga, why would Eddie be up there?
Oh my God, that doesn't mean that he signed there.
Do you see him at any Devin Haney fights?
Wait,
sitting next to
Devin? He was at Devin Haney's fight the last time. But anyway, listen.
No, was he up there when he fought Brian Norman?
That doesn't mean he signed to him, right?
Was he up there when he fought Brian Norman?
Again, let me ask you a question.
Bro, just I'm not answering shit till you answer my question.
If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
No, you're going to answer my question or we're not going to talk at all.
Because you don't know, right?
All right, cool.
Yeah, you don't know. So what are you talking about?
Next.
I don't know why we even bring that up. Is he signed for one fight? Is he only signed for this fight? Next fight? What do you
I'm not talking to that dude, bro. If you're not going to answer no questions, then stop talking to me, bro.
Okay, let me answer your question. What's your question then?
No, you study. I just asked you. Why was Eddie Hearn up there when Devin Haney fought Brian Norman?
Was he sitting next to Devin? No, he wasn't sitting next to Devin.
Was Eddie Hearn up there when Devin fought Brian Norman?
No, he was not. He was not.
Okay, so why wasn't he up there?
I don't know, because he had nothing to do with it. Okay.
Oh, so but he got something to do. If Shakur a free agent, why would he be up there?
If Shakur is a free agent, why? I don't know. Do you know?
Exactly, nigga, because he promotes Shakur. Stop being stupid, bro.
Do you know why he's up there, or are you just guessing why he's up there?
Boxing hacker, you
stop. No, I mean, people just want to jump to conclusions. Does he have multi-fight deal with Eddie Hearn? Is it exclusively signed? What are you talking about?
He's with Eddie, boxing hacker.
For how many fights? 2 cents.
I don't know.
We don't know.
How do you know when did he sign with Eddie? Somebody tell me when he signed with Eddie.
Nah, he ain't signed to Eddie. Where y'all get that from? He ain't signed to Eddie.
Because Eddie was sitting next to him.
Eddie Hearn said in the interview. Eddie
Hearn
said he's not part of it, but he is gonna be part of that fight. He said that in the
interview.
Yeah,
I don't understand what people were talking about. People were just jumping out the window.
He said, but I will be part of that fight. He said that before the fight got announced.
Magically,
Eddie at all.
But they skipped that part.
So Eddie's still getting money off the fight if he's not signed to him, right?
He's not signed on it, but I think.
So why would he still be paying Eddie then, bro?
You just yelling, man. You remember it was the rumors that.
Okay, y'all the ones that sound like. Okay, listen, guys.
PBC card.
We about to move on,
matching card. That's all.
We about to move on, bro. I guess Shakur Steveson is out here doing it all on his own. He's his security.
All it needs is Tank.
He's his promoter.
Talk about it, 2 cents.
He knows he's perfect. Listen, what about those fights last night? I need everybody to give me their 2 cents on what they thought about the fights from last night. Who saw the fights? Joe Cordina.
I saw the Joe Cordina fight.
What you think about Joe Cordina? A lot of people saying Shakur ducked Joe Cordina.
I wouldn't say he ducked. I wouldn't say he ducked him. But if I did not see him go. I think that. Because to be honest, if Shakur really still wanted that fight, I think that would have been a fight that would have still happened. I think that with the hand injury situation, he kind of saw the backlash coming back from that people clowning him about that fight, that he pretty much moved on.
Okay, who else saw the fights? None of y'all?
But as far as Joe Cordina or whatever, he had a good performance. I think he could have stopped dude if he would have kept pressing and throwing more combinations. But I think he probably kind of gassed himself out when he had him hurt that one time, and I think he kind of just took the 12-round unanimous decision.
Okay. Boxing hacker, what you think of the fights last night? Here's your opportunity to talk some real boxing. Boxing hacker, you there?
That nigga don't want to talk.
I didn't see the fight last night.
He don't want to talk no boxing. He want to talk anti-PBC and anti-tape. That's the only thing that nigga ever want to talk about.
Talking about Thomas. I didn't see a fight.
That's why that nigga only come up here to argue against other motherfuckers' points.
Man, what you saying wasn't making any sense, brother.
What's your 2 cents about the fights last night?
I think Joe Cordina got a lot. I think Joe Cordina. What I seen, he got a lot of like flaws. You know what I'm saying? That he wanted this last, which is I don't know something about them UK fighters, wherever they from, man. But it's just he showed a lot of skill. He looked fast to me, but his defense. He just, I don't know, man. When I was looking at it, he looked like his chin still look gullible to get knocked out again like he did his last fight. What was the fight before that? With that one guy? I think he's fighting Josh Warrington too next. Or he already beat Josh Warrington, the nigga that he got knocked out too. But I don't know. He looked good.
Okay.
Yeah,
you think Shakur gonna fight him next?
Nah. Shakur don't need to fight him next. He ain't shit. He ain't on Shakur level.
He ain't shit.
Then he gonna get criticized.
But nobody's on Shakur level for real. Shakur should just retire.
Because at the end of the day, Shakur gonna get criticized for fighting him. All y'all gonna say is, oh, Joe Cordina, he was 130. Oh, Joe Cordina, he got knocked out. Joe Cordina, this, that, and third. He a nobody. He'll be a nobody on Shakur record. As far as Shakur right now, what he's trying to do right now is trying to have someone that y'all can say somebody on his record from here on out. And you can't blame him for that. You know what I'm saying? I guess YouTube people gonna get up here and hate on him and say, "Oh man, he doing this." If he fight whoever he fight
Bro, who
next,
hating
I
on
hope
that
it's
fight with
I
Shakur
hope
and
it's a
Tio?
name. Whoever he fight next, I hope it's a name and it's somebody that y'all would give him credit for that. The haters, we cool with Shakur fans, cool with him fighting the people that he fight. Only the haters, the ones that's mad about him fighting TOs and going
Who is
up, trying
mad
to
about
fight
Who
Devin
was mad
Haney's and
about
stuff
that?
like that. I'm just saying, that's all.
Man,
Thomas?
Rich,
Did you
tell
see
me
the
one
fight?
channel that you
Wait,
went to that
Rich.
you heard people hating on
Hold
Shakur
on,
fighting to
Payne.
you. My
Hold
bad.
on, hold on. What did you think about Pacheco? A lot of people saying Pacheco is looking a little shaky.
I always
I
thought
didn't see the
Pacheco.
fights. That's what I've been hearing. I didn't see the fights.
I always thought Pacheco was shaky. I think he's a product of matchmaking. I think it's only a matter of time before he get up in there and he get roachified. You know, the
So
same
you
way
saying
that
he food? You saying Pacheco is food?
I will say he an appetizer. I won't say he food just yet. I think that he an appetizer. Sometimes you with it, sometimes you not. I think that you put him against the right person, he'll look good. I think if you put him against somebody, he gonna not look good. And that's what I feel. I feel like for Cordina, the last time he got knocked out, I think he had fought a little bit too long at the weight class, and it was catching up to him. He does have skill. I like a lot of the things that he does. Will he beat Shakur? I don't think he'll beat Shakur. I don't. When he says he not on my level, I really believe that Joe Cordina not on his level. The problem with that fight, I mean, why that would be a fight is because unfortunately, Rich, your boy is still aligned with Eddie, and Eddie don't got very much in his cupboard to offer Shakur.
Facts.
And Cordina is a name that he can give. That's a pretty decent fight. I saw Eddie Cordina. I saw him, Joe Cordina versus Eddie. Eddie. Goodness gracious. What's my man that fought?
Hey
Fought.
Thomas, my bad, Tom. I heard you say my name. You said something about Eddie Hearn and
What's my man that fought?
Shakur. What'd you say, Thomas? About Eddie and
I'm just
Shakur?
saying. No, I'm just saying he's still with Eddie. He's still
No, he
being
not.
represented.
I keep telling y'all, Eddie. I can put up the interview. Eddie said he's not with him. Eddie said that he will be part of the fight, just like how y'all thought PBC was going to be part of this fight with
Why is
Tio
he
and
part of
Eddie.
the fight, Rich?
If he's
Just listen. Exactly how the rumor was that PBC was promoting this fight. Y'all don't remember that when it was Tio and Shakur? Do y'all remember that, or I'm making up a lie again, or I'm capping again when I got it from y'all channels? Do y'all
it's a
remember that?
matchroom fight
So,
though,
so
right?
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you just
So
have to
why?
promote.
That's what
But
I'm trying
then
to say. It's a promoted by Matchroom. Do y'all not understand that? Or I'm
So
Yeah,
capping
Eddie getting
again.
a check.
Okay,
but
that don't
Shakur's
mean that
not signed
he's
to
not
Eddie. People
definitely
keep
not
saying they
signed to
signed to
Eddie. Do
Eddie.
y'all understand
He's
that?
not signed
What do
to
y'all
Eddie.
understand? What do y'all not
Yeah, you
understand?
gotta listen, man.
Hold on. I got somebody new on the
This
panel.
nigga
Shout out
dumb.
Mr. Greg.
2 cents. My
What's up, Mr. Greg?
understanding is Jay Prince signed secure with Lou DiBella earlier this year.
Oh, he would Lou
How that
DiBella.
deal is working, whether they got to still pay Eddie for something, I don't know. But as far as I know from Jay Prince, they signed with Lou DiBella.
Ah.
So that's what I'm saying. So, Luther Bella, he go through Matchroom.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
he
saying
doesn't.
that there may be some,
Nah, man.
sometimes,
Hey,
how sometimes,
Mr. Greg, I'm not gonna sit
Bro,
here and
let him
get on
finish.
here and tell no lies.
I'm not saying you're lying.
Bro,
Eddie
just
Hearn
let him
said it
finish,
out his
Rich.
mouth when they asked him, "Is he part of this fight?" He been said that before the fight even
He
happened, but
might be.
he said he's not Shakur. No, he said he. Come on, man.
Well,
It's
he
just
might be. Here's what I'm saying. I just found that Jay Prince signed him with Lou DiBella. Now, sometimes those kinds of deals, whoever you leaving, you still got to pay some money to for maybe 1 or 2 fights. But as far as I know, Jay Prince earlier this year signed him to Lou DiBella. That's all I'm saying. So if
So in other words, the tank fight can happen,
But if
guys.
you do, does the promoter just because you promoting the fight, does that mean that you get to pick a side? Like if it's he promoting the whole fight, why is he sitting next to Shakur at the press conference?
he still might be part and parcel because he's still going to get some money. Sometimes those kind of deals, you have to pay the person that you leave in a couple of dollars. And sometimes those deals end up you still on the card, you still got some control until you get paid off. I'm not sure how the deal is structured, but I do know for sure that Jay Prince said he signed them with Lou DiBella earlier this year. So all we can say is, I'm not saying Rich is lying because I don't think Rich is lying. I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn might not still be part of the deal, but sometimes it's just like the record business. You want to leave a label, you can, but you got to leave them with something, and sometimes you have to pay even when you've left the record label. Same thing with promoters. Y'all not doing what you're not doing what the artist wants. Y'all not getting along. You got to get out of that deal. Your promoter comes along, the new promoter comes along and say, okay, we're going to take him, but we'll give you this. And the promoter who's being left, well, I still want 20%, 30% of his next 2 fights, but I'm going to sit in on that to make sure I get it. That does happen.
Mr. Greg, I
Yes.
just got to make one point. I think that Shakur, I think Shakur still owed Eddie a fight. Because I think he signed a 3-fight deal. He only fought Padley and Zepeda. So yeah, you're right. He owed him one more fight.
That's what I'm saying. It may be structured like that. We still gonna get that money from that fight that you owe us, but we let you go at the same time. It can happen.
Yeah.
Shakur's not with Eddie Hearn, guys. I don't know what's happening here.
Okay, bro. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
I don't get it.
Mr. Greg, did you see the fights last night?
No, I didn't get home and I didn't watch them this morning either because it snowed here, so I was shoveling snow off both of the cars and all that stuff and clearing out paths, so I didn't watch the fights.
Hey, where you at, Mr. Greg?
In DC.
Okay, yeah. It's definitely snowing over there.
So it's not too bad. It's just cold as shit, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's definitely it's snow as hell. Where the fuck I'm at? In Michigan.
Where you at?
Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible right
You
now.
over there by the lakes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hey, Hacker, if this nigga do get in the ring with Cordina, best believe Eddie had something to do with that fight.
Hey, maybe.
But there won't be no maybe. They ain't fighting Cordina if he ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, hopefully
no, I just think by the way Mr. Greg broke it down, just because I think Shakur had a 3-fight deal with Eddie Hearn. Mind you, he only gave him 2 fights with the Padley and the Zepeda fight. Mind you, he got pulled out of the Cordina fight, so he still owe Eddie a fight.
No, I think that contract's over with.
Okay,
nah, it's not over. He still owes him a fight.
It's over with, bro.
This nigga is crazy, bro.
Hold on, y'all. We got
wild,
somebody
man.
new on the panel. Shout out, Big Dre.
What's up, Big Dre?
What up? What up? What up?
What up, Big
I
Dre?
heard
What's
y'all
your 2
talking
cents? What you
boxing.
got
I
for
just
the
had
show?
to come in here and stick my nose in it. But it's to my understanding that yes, Shakur will be with Lou DiBella, but he still owes Eddie Hearn one more fight.
Thank you.
And that announcement was made sometime back in, I want to say it was June or July, where they were talking about Shakur being a free agent because he had one fight that fell through with Cordina, so he didn't fight that fight. His next fight ended up being with Padley, and then the Zepeda fight. So he still owes Eddie one more fight.
Exactly.
But Jay Prince wants him
so
to
he
move
don't necessarily have to be. Yeah, so he pretty much don't have to be exactly signed to Eddie Hearn right now, but he still owes Eddie a fight. So that's why Eddie is in the picture right now.
Well, until he satisfies that fight, he's still signed to Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, that's why I was pretty much getting at.
He's got a conditional contract with Lou DiBella.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Since y'all so short, let's put some money on it.
Hold
We give it
on,
2
this
cents.
Big Dre.
Let's put some money on it. If y'all so
Rich is
crazy,
man.
man.
Go ahead, Big Dre. Finish your 2 cents.
What I was saying is, he has a conditional contract with Lou DiBella Boxing to be his next promoter. And he still, because his contract was not a timed contract, it was a fight contract with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. So it was predicated upon a certain number of fights. It did not have a time limit on it. It was a certain number of fights. So he still owes Eddie one more fight. So until that contract is satisfied, he's with Eddie Hearn.
Thank you.
And this is why I want to ask you. Let's put some money on it. Cause it's no point to keep talking about it. Let's put some money on it if you're so sure.
Bro, why was it, man? Y'all,
It don't
it seems like that
Let's
shit
put some.
going over niggas'
I'm saying,
heads, bro.
not even
I'm saying
important though.
I
let's
mean,
send
but
some money.
anyway, either
Let's
way,
send
it
some
doesn't
money in
affect a
2 cents,
future
and let's
trade
put some
point.
money on it if you so
So don't
serious about
worry.
it.
Go ahead, Google, pull up what you Google, Rich, since you want to get that shit off so bad. Go ahead.
I ain't googling. I just want to bet that. I'm trying to get
Bet
some quick
what? What
money
is we
real quick.
betting?
That Shakur not signed Eddie Hearn for this fight at
Bro,
all.
he owes the nigga one more fight. What part of that
Let's
y'all
put
don't
some
get?
money on that.
Man, go ahead, bro.
Big Dre, did you see the fights last night?
No, I had to listen to him on KQ. I was out with the wife last night. We went to had to spend some quality time with the missus before she went out of town. So
Oh, okay. Let me drop the link. Anybody else want to come up and share what they seen with the fights last night? Seems like a lot of y'all ain't watching.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, 2 Cent.
Okay.
That's more important what you did, Big Dre.
Well, yes, it is.
Yeah.
When the wife said, we should go out and spend some quality time, we go out and spend some quality time.
Absolutely. That's the way men do. We catch the fight.
Big Dre, you be putting on fights in the DMV?
Do I what?
You put on fights in the DMV? Or
No, I don't put on fights in the DMV. I go to a lot of fights in the DMV.
Okay.
There's one coming up. I think it's January 30th at Live, and I think there's one coming up here in December in Baltimore.
Did y'all hear that Turkey's trying to buy USA Boxing?
I can't hear you.
You hear that Turkey trying to buy USA Boxing?
How is Turkey gonna buy USA Boxing?
Hey, that's what I hear. That's
Big Dre. Big Dre.
Broccoli and cauliflower.
That'd be wild.
Big Dre, you here in DC?
Yes, I am here in DC.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you, was that next fight going to be at Showplace Arena? Because that's what I've been hearing.
The one in December?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I haven't been to the fights at Showplace Arena, so I don't know who's putting them on. Let me check because my man Henry sent me a list of everything that was coming up.
Because I thought it was Eddie and Ty and them doing it.
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
Because like I said, I hadn't heard about one at Showplace Arena. Because that's definitely closer than going all the way up to Live.
Right. But you know who I'm talking about, right?
What's up, everybody in the panel?
Who I'm talking about, right?
Say that again.
Eddie, Ty, and Larry. They used to have the madness.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought they was putting it on.
It might be.
Oh, Rich might know too, because Rich from DC as well.
All right, hold on, y'all. We got somebody new on the panel. Shout out Blue Hustle Man.
No, I don't see one at
Showplace.
What's up?
Okay.
What's up, Queen?
What up?
The last thing
what up, everybody?
The one with Patasco up in Baltimore.
Okay.
All right, Blue, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show, Blue Hustle Man?
Okay, like I said, Rich is right. You know what I'm saying? I said it in the chat. I think it might have got overlooked, which is fine. That's why I got up on the panel. Zepeda was his last fight with Eddie Hearn. He is not under contract with him anymore. He is a free agent right now. So everybody that's up there talking and saying all this other stuff, I understand where y'all coming from, but that's incorrect information that you guys are putting out there. He is not under contract with Eddie Hearn anymore. Zepeda fight was his last fight with him.
But that's not 3 fights.
But that was the last fight, and that was the last fight that he had to be able to do the contract to fulfill the contract. So it is what it is.
Well, his contract with
Eddie Hearn just sitting up next to him for free because that's his homie.
Nah, they still might try to work together. They ain't got no problems and issues with each other. But at the same time,
Work
that's
together
just,
to do what?
Well, it was my
they
understanding,
could,
Blue.
they could be doing it one fight at a time right now. You see what I'm saying?
So if they
They
are
could
doing
be
it one
working
fight
some.
at a time, that will mean he signed to him for one fight.
Well,
No,
right now he is not obligated to Eddie Hearn. Maybe when they get now, if he does a fight, if he does do a fight again under Eddie Hearn, then he might sign with him then. But right now, no.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean,
if he
it was
signed to
announced
Eddie,
that he was that he was signed with Lou DiBella.
if he signed with Eddie, you would know. There will be no question
Yeah,
about it.
they're gonna. So as soon as the contract as soon as the contract is put out there, that's when he's actually signed. He's
Yeah.
not signed right now. He's still a
Well,
free
see,
agent.
People have been
I
making this
heard
weird
that he
argument that
was
he doesn't want to fight Tank because he signed to Eddie again. That's not true. He didn't sign to Eddie. I don't, people
Yeah,
saw
it's
them
just when
sitting
they get
together
ready
like,
to go into
lifetime contract.
negotiation, that's when and he signs that dotted line, that's when he's obligated to.
Yeah.
He's under contract. But right now he is a free agent though.
Yep.
They
So
gotta
that
in
Tank
the
fight
future
can't
they gotta
happen.
work together. Yeah. So they gotta make a decision. You know what I'm saying? That's why Eddie Hearn, he came out before and said he still wants to work with Shakur. You know what I mean? But
Hey, listen. My bad for coming at people like that. It's just I know what I saw him would continue. Eddie Hearn said he's a part of the fight. Then they asked, "Is
yeah.
the fight still happening?" He said, "Yes, I'm a part of it." But he never said he was Shakur on Steveson on promote. They asked him that. He said, "No, but I am a part of that fight
Well,
that's
I
coming up
mean,
next."
it's a
That's
reasonable thought.
wait. But
If it's a reasonable thought, if
that's the
he's sitting
reason.
at the press conference, it's a reasonable thought if he's sitting at the press conference with him.
Hold on, man.
Shout out to Aircraft
But
Carrier with the
that's okay.
$4.99 in the super chat. He says color in the chat. Shout out Aircraft Carrier. Go ahead, Rich.
But that's the reason why. That's the reason why I said that's one of the reasons why I knew the Tio fight was happening was because of that interview right there. Once Eddie Hearn said he will be a part of it, but he's not. He said out of his mouth that he's not. Shakur is not under him, but he said he will be a part of that fight. That's when I said, "Oh yeah, that fight really happening." When people was going around saying, "Why that fight ain't been on yet? Why this ain't third?" Once he said that, I said, "Yeah, that fight happening, man."
Yo, Tucson, did you see Shakur spar Gary Russell?
Hold on, Rich. Are you done?
Yeah. I'm done. But yeah, I mean, it's not far fetched that you going to Philly or DC. Really, all right.
Go ahead.
It's not far fetched that y'all think that he's still signed to him and all that stuff, but he's not. And just like Turkey said in the thing, why is Eddie there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he said that, but another thing I
Oh,
wanted to
Turkey
say.
said that too?
And another thing that I want to say is this. Just a month ago, on these same channels that I be on, y'all was screaming out that PBC, not you two cents, that PBC was part of this fight. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember that.
They were trying
I guess
to
people don't remember that.
At one point, PBC something happened with the network deal or something like
Exactly.
that, which is why PBC didn't do it or something. But they were in talks of getting a fight.
Exactly. So why Matchroom can't be in talks to get in a fight? Will only PBC get that luxury chance?
No, the problem is, Rich, is that Eddie is on the stage with Shakur. That's where all the confusion and shit is coming
Yeah, my
in.
nose. Maybe it's the pizza. God damn, it's
I have to mute you. Now, what you were saying about
Rich is crazy, man.
Stank pizza. Okay.
What you were saying, Boxing Hacker?
Yo, I was gonna say, did you see the sparring clip between Shakur and Gary Russell?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, I seen it.
That was some good work. I would love to see them fight.
Shakur, they trying to make it look like Shakur was getting beat up, but you see Shakur sticking in the pocket and giving it to him.
I thought Shakur looked better in the clip.
Yeah, he did look better.
Shots, but he was getting work.
Hey, two cents boxing.
I think Shakur was getting the better a little bit.
Hey, Shakur was getting the better, man. It was cleaner punches.
2 cents. You was correct.
That was good work.
About what?
You was correct, 2 cents.
About what?
You was correct. Shakur Steveson signed the Matchroom DAZN. About Shakur being signed to Matchroom DAZN. You was
Where you
correct.
seen that at?
That's what he signed to.
How you know?
I just looked it up.
Well,
He
you look
signed
it
to
up then.
Matchroom DAZN.
Where you
You
looked
don't
it up
see,
at?
Huh?
you don't see what? Do you see where?
I just looked it up. He signed to
know, but
Matchroom DAZN.
She
I
said,
know,
"What's your
but do you
source?"
see where Jay Prince said he signed him to Lou DiBella? Because that's you can look that up as well.
Yeah,
Where's the
but that's
source?
when people was asking why would he put another hand in his pocket. You remember I was like, damn, why would he go get with Lou DiBella? But I mean, I really don't care.
I'm talking. My source is Google. So if it's wrong, you gotta take it down with Google. Right.
I imagine.
Hey, listen.
Well, no, that was some
Whoever
good
we go
sparring
with,
though.
who we go with.
Even Tim Bradley posted a sparring video of him and Crawford. That was good too.
I mean, where he knocked him down.
Yeah.
But that was a good match, man. Crawford was in crazy shape.
Well, you got to understand, Cropper was hungry back then too, real hungry, and he's just like he is right now.
Man,
But
what
the
I was really
situation,
impressed with is the fact that he kept moving in that damn ring for that long ass sparring session.
And Tim said he came by himself, ready to go when he gave
yeah, he didn't have nobody in his corner except for somebody that was working with them.
That's a junkyard dog, buddy. That's a tough
Look
guy.
how big Devin Haney is, y'all.
I mean,
he getting his man weight up.
Wow, he is huge.
Are you saying he's a
Getting his
weight
man
bully?
weight up.
Yeah.
Queen, you saying he's a weight bully?
No, we not saying
I'm
he
just
a weight bully.
hold on. Look, I'm talking to the queen now. Queen, you saying that he a weight bully? Because that's what it sounds like, in my opinion, that you saying.
Is that what you got from me saying he bigger than Terrence
Yeah,
Crawford?
yes. I'm being direct. Yes.
Well, I mean, the fact that all I said was he bigger than Terrence Crawford, and the first thing you thought was he was a weight bully, you could probably understand why people would think that way, right?
I'm asking you. Yeah, thank you. That's how you chuckle. Thank you. You good on this?
I mean, I'm saying you the one that thought he was a weight bully.
No, Queen, just answer the question. Is he a weight bully in your opinion, Queen? Yes or no? That's all it is. Oh.
We're here.
Let me put this in here. Let me put this out there.
No, don't do that, please. Let her answer.
No, I'm just want to stick
let
my
the
nose
queen
in there.
answer, bro. Let the queen answer. Then you stick your nose.
You see him standing there next to Terrence Crawford, and Terrence just fought at 168 pounds. Now you know Terrence on the night of the fight wasn't 168. So, what do you think?
Well, I don't know
Devin is
anything.
Right now?
Hold on, I don't know anything because I wasn't there. I can. It's subjective, and I can assume he is, but I don't know because I'm not there.
Devin looks like he's 160, 165.
What?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Devin was 65 when he was fighting at 140.
He rehydrated to that, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's even.
Hold on, we getting away from that. I asked the queen a question. I'm a boxing hacker. Let the queen answer the question, please. Queen 2 cents. Can you please address that question?
I never said he was a weight bully. You said that. That's what you
I'm asking you, do you think he is? That's what I'm asking you.
Huh?
I'm asking you, do you think he is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's what's up, because I do too. I agree with you.
Yeah,
that's all I know. Yep.
Thank
you for asking that question.
Even when I was
solid right there.
Even when I was looking up the Lewis Crocker thing, I'm like, damn, he's still gonna be bigger than this guy. Like he's bigger than
there's no such thing as weight bullying, guys.
Now let me say this. Let me bring this to the table.
Made up in this generation.
Hold on, boxing hacker. Go ahead, Blue.
So that's the reason why Shakur said if I fight him at 147, I want to put a rehydration clause on him.
Oh, I completely understand why he would say that. The issue is not what I think. The issue is what Shakur Steveson thinks, because Shakur Steveson feels negatively about the weight clause. Not me. That's what he said. He said he's not gonna put nobody on a weight clause because he want to fight them at full strength. That's what he said. He
Well,
said if you
no,
put
I know,
somebody
but
on
he
a
said
weight
for
class,
Devin,
you
he
put him
wanted him
at
to
a
put him on the weight class. He
so
wanted
he
him on
want to fight
the.
him. So he don't want to fight him at full strength, according to him.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's if you got the IBF. That's like saying if you got the IBF, people that have the IBF belt ain't fighting at their full potential.
That's the
A lot of
same
times that's
argument I
true.
had, Blue Hustle Man, but they kept
A
trying to
lot of
argue
times
me
that's
down,
true.
saying how bad a rehydration clause was. Me and you agree on this. It's
It's
the
bad.
Oh,
hardcore
wait a
Because
minute
fans with
now.
that
Okay.
dumb shit
Look, that's a
that
shame. I
Oh,
can't
let,
even
let,
argue
let-
with
now,
you right
wait.
now,
Can I
Queen.
get in here
I
for a
can't even
second?
argue with you.
rehydration
I can't
clauses,
argue.
rehydration clauses aren't good things though. It's to me, even with
Boxing
Shakur
hacker,
said,
boxing hacker. Go
yeah,
ahead, Big Dre.
Okay, so let's talk about the IBF and the IBS rehydration clause. Okay, now the IBF has a maximum 10-pound rehydration clause on all of its fights that are for a belt, be it interim or championship or vacant. So if you're fighting for an IBF title, and only an IBF title, there's a 10-pound rehydration clause. You, as an IBF champion, you know that going into the fight. So you work yourself into that position so that you know where you are and where you need to be for that IBF fight. Now, it's part of the IBF rules of being an IBF champion. It's not something that, you know, you can overlook. Now, when you add a secondary belt in there, the IBF rules go out the window. But if you are an IBF fighter and you used to that 10-pound rehydration clause, and you come in there at 156.7 pounds for a 147-pound fight, that's what you're supposed to do. But you come in there, but you had to weigh in the day before, or you weighed in on Friday at that 147. You weighed in at that specified weight. And you only got 10 pounds to go up between now and the time that you weigh in. So it's a double-edged sword. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, because you take somebody that's 135 pounds and you stack another 12 pounds on this person, that's a lot of weight. Now, when you go up to, say, middleweight, somebody who weighs 168 pounds, that's not that much weight. It's less than 10% of your body weight. But when you get down there where you talking 10 pounds as getting close to 10% of your body weight, that's a lot of weight to be extra. That's a lot of extra weight that you're picking up.
Yeah.
It can be detrimental to your health because of the percentage of your body weight that you're changing in a short amount of time. It's dangerous no matter how you look at it, because if you weight cut 20 pounds to get down to 147 or down to 135, or even if you're cutting 20 pounds to get down to 168, and you gain that 20 pounds back in 24 hours, that's a lot that your body's going through in 24 hours to rehydrate. That's a lot of liquid. That's roughly 3 gallons of water. So you're going to drink 3 gallons of water with the added nutrients and minerals and stuff. So that's going to take a gallon of water up to what, 7.5 pounds, rather than 7 pounds. You're going to eat a meal or two in the process, but a meal is going to weigh, less than a pound. A second meal will be again less than a pound. You're not going to pack on, 4 pounds of food in that 24 hours. That's why they call
Yeah.
it a rehydration.
Yep.
So let me just speak on that real quick, too, Sam. I want to put this out
Y'all
there.
insist on talking about rehydration. I'm not understanding.
Rehydration clauses, are to me are not a good thing. They're never a good thing. The body should have the
So
right
why does
to,
the IBF do it, boxing hacker? If it's so
for whatever
terrible,
reason, why they're the only sanctioning body that does it, right?
why?
Like,
Why would a sanctioning body put their fighters' health at risk?
it's their own philosophy, but in the reality of things, it's still not a good thing. Like
It's not a good thing to you.
No, in general, it's
No, to
constraining.
you.
People always. So let me just say this, right? People always like look at the fires.
Boxing hack. Let me say something to you real
Hold
quick.
on, no, hold on,
This is
wait.
hold
Let me
on.
talk. Let me talk.
I
1
got you,
second.
but
Don't
listen
cut
to
me
what I'm
off.
saying.
I don't want to.
This
Let me
is your
continue.
opinion, though. It's still
No,
your
I haven't
opinion.
finished.
That's what 2 cents
I
say.
haven't finished. Okay, I haven't finished. 1 second. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So when it comes to like when you look at fires of the past, right? People say, "Oh, fire."
We already you be repeating the same stuff over
Well,
and
hold
over.
on. Let me go,
We already
guys.
heard you say this like 5
Yeah. When
And
we
it's
talk
still
about
your
fires in the
opinion.
past, when it comes to fire, yeah, it's everybody's opinion, right?
No, it's your opinion. Some
Right,
people
and the
might have
opposite
the
is it will
same.
be your
Some people
opinion.
might agree with you, but there's some people that will disagree
And
with
the
you. Then
people
there's some
disagreeing
people
with me
that
are
don't even
disagreeing
care.
based on their
Period.
opinions. What are you talking about? It's opinionated.
Boxing, I'm saying the same thing. What is wrong with you? You don't have to be
Yeah. So
right.
what's
You
the
don't have to
point?
be right in every situation, bro. You can just
Yeah,
say,
you
"Okay, I
said my
got you."
opinion. Yes. No, you're stating the
Okay, that's
obvious.
all it is.
Yeah, you're stating the
But you
obvious.
are too, though.
Well, while
Yes.
you're doing that, hey, 2 cents.
Yes,
Anyway,
Mr.
so let me
Greg.
continue.
Hold
Right?
on, hold on. What you got, Mr. Greg?
Didn't Shakur say that he rehydrates up to 175? Or was that someone
Hell
else?
no.
No, he just had that picture up yesterday saying he was 175 pounds, and then he said he was just trolling.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to put this out there, right? Because fighters in the past, right? They used to do same day weigh-ins, but how many of those fighters are talking well today? People don't look at that. Like what was the adverse effects of same day weigh-ins? A lot of fighters from the past can't even speak well. A lot of them were punchy. Versus fighters of today, a lot of fighters of today are at least coming out with their faculties straight. Way more than fighters in the past.
They're not
Because
fighting as much as they used
Well,
to back in the
they're
day
not
either.
fighting as much as they
yes,
used to. They're
but
not getting hit as much as they used to.
yes.
That's to a lot of factors. They're not
When
fighting
you're
long
cutting,
as they used to. What are you talking about, Boxing Hack?
so there's
They
this
broke
thing.
up the weight classes more. What are you talking about, Boxing
So
Hack?
there's this thing, right, where people think that, oh, there's such thing as weight bullying is not even a real thing. It's only a thing we made up in this generation. Boxing's not that simple. When you're cutting weight, the bigger you are, the harder it is to cut, right? And the harder it is to rehydrate. Even if you rehydrate
So why
really
they do
big,
it, Boxing Hacker? Why
even
does
if you
somebody
rehydrate,
that's 185 pounds fight at 135?
What's your
yeah,
point for saying
it's a
that?
bad philosophy, right? It's a bad philosophy. It happens in all combat sports. It's not only in
So what's
boxing.
this
Well,
have to
why is
do with Devin
rehydration
Haney?
such a
MMA.
bad thing?
What's this have to do
It's a
with
bad
Devin Haney, though?
philosophy.
Are you saying it's a
I'll give
good
you an
thing for
example.
Devin Haney or it's a bad
I'll
thing
give
for
you an
Devin
example. A
Haney?
lot of times when you look at Pacquiao moving up, every time Pacquiao moved up to higher weight classes, he was normally the stronger fighter because he was a small guy moving up. He didn't have to cut as much weight. So the big guys like Oscar De La Hoya who will come in the ring, they're almost half dead by the time they walk into the ring. Right? Pacquiao and Floyd, they were always strong moving up because they're cutting less weight.
So why does your favorite fighter cut down so much, Boxing Hacker?
So if you want to speak, and I've spoken about Devin about this before, Devin started boxing, turned pro because he couldn't go to the Olympics at the age of 17 years old, right? Devin couldn't go to the Olympics, so he turned pro at 17. He's been
What
at
does
that
that have to
division.
do with blowing up
So
the
I'll
weight?
explain to you. He's been at the division so long, he outgrew the division. People always say, what happened to Devin's power? Because Devin used to knock people out early on in his career, right? Because he was closer to the weight class early on in his career. As he got bigger, he started becoming dehydrated in his fights. He wasn't carrying the percentage of power no more.
Why did he keep doing that?
The same reason Earl Spence did it, because he wanted to become undisputed. The same exact reason Earl Spence did it, the same reason Devin did. They had incentive to stay in that weight class. They had
Earl Spence
the
did it
belt.
because he was going for undisputed. He was in the glamour division.
Yes, and Devin was too. Exact same reason.
So why did he do it at 140?
Why didn't he do it? He had the situation with Shakur, with what's his name? He blew up big for the Ryan fight as well, so he just moved up again. Devin started young.
So do you think he's at his proper weight class now, or you think he's still?
I think he rehydrated really well the last fight, right? So it's to say after we'll see in a couple of fights, but as far as the Brian Norman fight, it looked like he made the weight fairly good, and he rehydrated well. So it's hard to say because the Regis fight, it looked like he rehydrated well for the Regis fight. For the Ryan fight, it looked like he was dehydrated. So it really depends.
Wasn't Earl fighting 2 to 3 fights a year though? At one point. Yeah, that makes all the difference in the world because you don't spend as much time gaining weight between fights. These guys now are fighting on an average of 1 time a year. So the rest of the year, whatever they're doing they're putting on more and more weight until the next fight is signed. Now they got to go through almost a fat camp to come down when they're supposed to be training. So yes, that's going to always be problematic for them. Now, yeah, this is a problem for today's fighters because they're not fighting enough per year. So they don't have that. They're going to have more issues with weight because they only fight once a year. Whereas the fighters of yesteryear were usually on a 3 times a year basis. And before them, some of these fighters was fighting 7 to 8 times a year. So you don't have a lot of gap time where you can just put on weight because you're at home. You may be doing some extracurricular activities. So that's going to make you put on more weight. So yeah, it's going to always be a problem until they start fighting more. And I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know, Mr. Gray, because once you start cutting weight, it's really easy to gain weight back. It doesn't take like months. It just takes. You probably bigger than you ever been like a week or two after a fight. Like your body.
And you have more time.
Your metabolism gets screwed up cutting weight.
Because you have.
Well, see, that's why we were talking about when you're fighting more often. When you're fighting more often, you aren't gaining that extra weight.
Correct.
Your body weight's not fluctuating as much because you're staying in fighting shape. So when you fight 4 times a year, you get out of a fight, you have 2 weeks off, you start another 8 to 12-week fighting camp. So you're a 10-week fight camp. You took 2 weeks off.
I think they all average 2 or 3 fights a year, though. I don't think it's just Earl Spence.
But we're talking about 4 fights a year, fighting every 3 months.
I don't know who does that at that level. I'm not sure.
Nobody does that anymore.
Yeah, nobody does that right now. No.
Oscar said that he put up, $2 million for fighters, for the big name fighters to fight 5 times a year. See, because that's what they did back in the day.
These fighters are aliens. That's funny. Yeah, I mean,
they were fighting 5 times a year.
Yep.
Mike Tyson has had several months where he's fought 3 times in a month.
Well, but Mike Tyson was knocking people out in the first round, the first minute of the first round too. So.
Yeah, he's still fighting.
8 weeks though.
He still got to have that 8-week.
Hey, y'all hold it down. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sure, we can hold it down. We can keep it rolling. Because see, he still got that 8 weeks of training camp because just because you knock somebody out in the first round, don't mean the next fight you're gonna knock somebody out in the first round.
And you stay more disciplined because you're putting more efforts into your training. You're probably getting a little bit sharper, which is why we saw more exciting fights too.
But is it really better though, Mr. Gray, when you think about it? Because so I'll say this to you, right? Because I was saying this earlier. I like fighters of the past who fought a lot of them couldn't talk. I remember I was young. I met Joe Frazier, right? In a boxing gym. I met Joe Frazier one time. And I had a conversation with him, and God's my witness. I didn't understand one word he said, like not from the first word to the last word.
Think about.
I think a lot of fighters who were doing that 7, 8 fights, 10 fights a year, didn't come out well.
That's true, but think about why that was the case. It wasn't just because they fought more. Those guys you talking about guys who were anywhere between 200 to 225 pounds of weight, of muscle, of power. Because a lot of those heavyweights were like Ernie Shavers, George Foreman. These guys could punch. These guys were big, and they were hitting each other with that kind of power 4 to 5 times a year. So yes, that's going to cause you that will cause you those kind of issues that they have when they retire because you went through a number of years of being hit, and not only in the fights but also in training.
But how many people from even Sugar Ray Leonard's era, like the Fantastic Four, how many of them really are talking well? I think Sugar Ray Leonard's like the only one.
Yeah,
like doesn't have any noticeable
had better defense, but
even the smaller guys.
But he also suffered a detached retina.
Yeah, you got those kind of injuries. But I know what you're saying about
that. Was a freak accident. That was a freak accident, the detached retina. But I'm saying like long term, like CTE type stuff. Like I feel like Sugar Ray Leonard out of the Fantastic Four, I think he's the only one that like you wouldn't know.
Listen to Evander Holyfield right now. Have you heard Evander Holyfield talk recently?
Yeah.
I feel like I have, yeah.
I mean, I know he from the South, and half of what he said was mumbled before, but it really sounds like he got a mouthful of marbles now.
Yeah, and he was
Oh
a
yeah.
smaller heavyweight, and he was fighting bigger guys. And again, like I said, you fighting these big guys in the fight itself, but you also training with big guys for the fight that you finally get. So you don't went through 8 weeks of being punched on by big
Yeah.
guys. Then you go into the fight fighting the big guy. Then maybe 4 months later, the same process. So a lot of the guys do end up not being able to talk well because getting punched in the head and in the body constantly, regularly, will have some long-term damage. We all know that. Football players go through the same thing with their body. So I mean,
I mean,
it's
George Foreman was probably the exception to the rule because George could talk.
yeah, because he was
Was
huge.
he was well spoken, all the way up
Yeah,
until he passed.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
true.
the
and a lot of times
but
those guys,
like I said, Evander went 12 rounds with George.
yeah.
That was a war. That wasn't a fight. That was a war.
I feel like George Foreman's the type of fight that'll change you though. Like that dude was hitting too damn hard, man.
A lot of those guys, a lot of guys have not a lot, a few guys have gone into speech therapy. It has helped them in their afterlife of boxing, after boxing, but very few do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at fighters of today,
All right,
like,
y'all, I'm back.
I think fighters of today are doing the right thing. Like not fight. If you can afford to only fight a few times a year, I think it's okay. Because even sparring, people doing hard sparring, that's a lot.
The hard sparring doesn't change.
Hard sparring probably kills you more than a fight.
That's what I just said. They training for that, but today's fighters are a lot softer too. So even though the training methods are supposed to be better, the training methods are actually easier for the fighter. They're safer. Where before the training methods were a lot harsher as well. So you have all those elements for today that weren't there yesterday.
I don't know.
It's
hard to say.
We got Fly Frequency on the panel.
Dang, the booze is crazy.
What up, Fly?
How are you?
The villain is in the building. Yo, I'm chilling. How you? How y'all?
We good.
What up? Frequent.
Yeah. I just wanted to tap in real quick about with y'all talking about George Foreman. I heard y'all talking about him. I think if Muhammad Ali wouldn't have outsmarted him, I think he would have just kept beating everybody. I think that's the only reason why. I think it messed with his mental the way Ali beat him. Because he was complaining about it and stuff, about the roop-a-doop and all of that stuff. But that's that. But as far as I wanted to tap in about the weight bullying thing. I think it's funny how we throw around the things about the weight. A fighter being too big for a division. When it's somebody that loses dramatically, we point out all of the things that it is, like their punch resistance. It might make them not be able to punch as hard. Because of the rehydration thing and everything. But but then we'll call a fighter a weight bully if we see them, killing themselves to try to stay down in a weight class that they probably should move up from, but they be, going after goals and stuff. They might be trying to go like Boots did it to try to get, become unified. At least he was trying to get undisputed, but I think he just couldn't hold out long enough to get undisputed. So he went for the unification or whatever to try to at least get unified. The way he put it though, he said he just wanted to at least win a belt in the ring, because he had that email champion label, put on him or whatever, how he got the belt. But we saw Boots do it there, whatever. But I don't think it's right to call him a weight bully because they're actually putting themselves at a disadvantage. Even with Devin, I hear people say it about Devin a lot, but we have seen when Devin is, killing himself to try to stay at a weight class, it's like his power is stunted. Like his power is not really there. But then each time he moved up, he showed a glimpse of having more power because he don't have to kill himself to get down to the weight limit or whatnot. So we saw him show more power when he moved up to 140. But of course, Devin is young and his body's still growing, so he outgrew 40 real quick. Like as soon as he got he was probably at the limit his limit for 140 when he was still at 135. So as soon as he moved up to 140, he looked good for that first fight. But then the next fight, he didn't look good. He looked like Dranos again. But then, he moved up to 147 and we saw more power, So I think I think that's a myth.
What did he do at 147 to make you think he had more power than at 140?
Well, at 140, when he first got up to 140, we saw him look good and show power. But then, as he was growing, he was still growing, so he became too big for that weight class real fast. So we saw him exhibit power at 140 as well as 147. But in that Ryan fight, we didn't see that power though. In the Ryan fight, because I feel like he was killing himself to get down to 140 to fight Ryan that time, and his power just wasn't there no more at 140. So we saw him go up to 147 and feel better, look better, and he performed better. So I think the being too big for a weight class does not give you an advantage. I don't understand what advantages people are saying when they say, "Oh, Devin was bigger than the person who he's fighting." Every time that he fought,
putting himself at a disadvantage.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
The advantage that. Hold on, I'm about to land it with this.
No, I'm trying to understand why. Like to me, that kind of don't make no sense. Like, why would I put myself at a disadvantage on purpose?
Well, like Boxing Hacker was saying, I think he was hitting it right on the head. Trying to get your accolades. Trying to get your accolades.
And this is what I want to say, right? Do Devin Haney, even if Devin Haney's a weight bully, right? Even if he is, whatever y'all want to call it, right? What do he use his weight against when he's fighting people? Like,
that's what I was going to say.
Would he hover over people? Would he throw 100,000 punches? Would he knocking them out and all that stuff? What do he do? That like,
y'all look at him
even if he is weight bullying.
That's what I'm saying, Rich. That's what I'm saying, Rich. It's like, to say that he's bigger to bring that.
I'm not trying to defend Devin Haney or nothing, because like he makes his weight and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, like, what he do? Because I seen Ossie De La Hoya shoulders at 140 and how he looked. He looked like he was damn near 200 pounds. I was like, God damn, this nigga big as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I seen and I heard Roy Jones Jr. say that he'll rehydrate up to 180 something at 160 pounds. I've seen these people do that, and I've seen advantages when they was extra big, especially Oscar De La Hoya. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, what does Devin Haney? Because I know that's what we getting at when we talk about weight bullying and all that stuff. That's where we're gonna sum it all down. We talking about him. That's what 90% of your fans always call him, a weight bully. So what does he do? Like that.
When you're bigger, when you have all the physical,
bully somebody.
So you don't think having all the physical advantages over your opponent does anything?
I'm saying,
how you got a physical advantage if you're weaker?
I'm asking you, how do he use the weight bullying? And this is a serious question. If Freakin' want to answer it, Boxing Hacker, my man Greg, if
don't he like to
what's
clinch?
that Big Drake? If somebody want to answer it for me, I just really want to know, what does Devin?
Don't Devin like to clinch?
No, he don't like to clinch.
Okay. So that's what he used. He used clinching when he weight bully.
Sometimes.
That's all.
But
No. I'm just asking a serious question right now, because I really want to know.
You mentioned Oscar. You mentioned Oscar. I don't think Oscar looked that good at 160. First of all, even though he gained weight, but at the same time, look at how long Bernard Hopkins stayed at 160, even though he started at 175.
Right.
So it depends on what's the weight that's most favorable to you to competing. Bernard stayed at 160 until his body said you got to leave this division and went back to 175. So, and also, I have to say, whatever Bernard Hopkins was doing to maintain that weight is a lesson for every other fighter to at least try to learn. Because I never saw Bernard come in overweight. I never saw him when he wasn't fighting overweight. He took a lot of pride in actually having the small waist and all that kind of stuff. Because so it depends on what methods you're using and how disciplined you are, which we know Bernard was very disciplined. So that's what I'd look at. Some fight, like look at Marvin Hagler. Always was at 160. You never saw Marvin looking like he was out of shape. So you got to find, to me, you have to find the proper weight where you can compete at your best. If we talk about going all the way back to Ray Robinson,
but Greg,
yeah,
Greg, you name it. People besides Oscar, because I seen when he looked against Pernell Whitaker, I seen how he looked in some of these fights. He looked way bigger than the person that he was fighting. But as far as these people that you naming, like they was really fighting. I feel like to me they was fighting at their weight class. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they was really fighting at the people that you naming. I feel like they was weighing, and maybe some people had different diets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I understand all that stuff. Like I understand all that. I'm just asking, like, as far as Devin Haney, as far as when you talk about a nigga that you got people on here that would criticize and say he don't hit hard, he don't knock people out, he run from people, he do all this stuff. So what does he use as with his weight? He could do that. He could do that at 20 pounds. Everything that y'all saying he do, the fiddle fist, everything that you saying that he could do, he could do that just weighing 20 pounds.
I don't think. I mean, boxing is not that simple.
What does he physically do with his weight bullying? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Nothing.
I don't think Devin is good at 147.
Okay, then that's all I'm asking. I'm just asking a question like that. What does he do?
I think Devin is not going to be good at 147.
I mean, he's already a champion.
He's bigger than everybody in the division, Mr. Craig.
Yeah, but
he's not that good at that weight.
I mean, he's a champion at that weight, but he's the number one champion at that weight.
That's okay.
I'm gonna say this, like,
it was better at 135.
Boxing's not that easy. Fighting's not that easy. Like, just because you're big for a weight class doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna help you.
Right.
A lot of times it's a problem. It's actually an issue for you. You know,
that's the whole point that I was trying to get at. When Boots was fighting Karen that second time, and you know he kind of had a lackluster performance at the end of the fight, he blamed it on the weight. Right? He said it's time for me to move up. You know, but they act like they don't see that goes over their head, or they blind to it. They don't see the disadvantages.
The term weight bullying came from this generation.
Bro, I don't understand why y'all keep crying about some disadvantages like it's not advantages. Also, that's why they're doing it. They're not doing it for disadvantages. Y'all keep up here talking to us like,
but it's not like the way people proclaim it though.
Because Ryan Garcia is bigger than Devin.
Don't talk over me on my own show, bro.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Y'all sitting up here acting like they're not doing it for advantages. Are there disadvantages that come along with it? Yes. If you do it too long, if you do it wrong, I get it. But they're not doing it for the disadvantage. They're not putting themselves at disadvantages to get belts. That's not what they're doing. They're trying to get some type of advantage. I don't understand why y'all up here.
You're right, but
they going to be at a disadvantage. That's not
but it's not like a cheat code.
Wait. So Two says, so he basically saying that they doing it because they know if they go to their regular weight class, they feel that power, they're gonna get their head knocked off. That's what you seem like you trying to say.
No.
I'm saying exactly what I just said.
Yeah,
I don't know
which is true to say. Even the amateurs do the same thing. The amateurs do the same thing.
But look, Ryan Garcia can't make 140, but we saw him fight there, and he was bigger than Devin. But we never once hear him be referred to as a weight bully. You know, Ryan was bigger than Devin, and then people try to
act like Devin was bigger than Ryan, which is really weird.
I think when you go I think when you go up in weight, you also have to change how you train, and you have to change how you fight. Because sometimes the weight might help you survive a fight. It makes you help you absorb a smaller guy's punches a lot better. But if you still not effective when I say effective, I don't mean you can just beat the guy just because you bigger. I mean you can beat the guy because your skill set has sharpened and improved to commensurate with the new weight that you're in. That's what I don't see happening. I just see guys using the weight so they could just be bigger. I don't see them being better.
And hopefully nobody fights at the walk around weight. Like it's
You
such
ain't
a
got
weird
to fight
concept.
the walk around weight.
Yeah, nobody fights around the walk around weight. You probably not even, you know.
But you have to find a like I said,
You have to
when
find
you
a
go
weight
up in
that's comfortable
you
for you.
have to change everything else you're doing because now you're fighting at a higher weight class. There's
Hey,
going to be guys who are in that weight class who have been fighting in that weight class that you're gonna have to meet. That's
But
why guys go up
if
in
you're
weight,
bigger,
but
sometimes
they
it's better.
still trying to fight smaller guys.
I think the issue is these fighters be getting fat when they're not, really in training, for fights and stuff
That's
like
true.
that, and they let their weight go too far, and
That's
then
what.
they have a
Yeah,
hard time getting down
they not.
to a weight class or whatever that they're trying to fight in. So,
And that's what
they
that's
be.
what that's what discipline play a part. But
Yep.
as far as Boston Hacker trying to be so literal and say that nobody walk around in weight class, when you see Floyd Mayweather and shit like that, when you see him, you don't be like, oh, that nigga look big or none of that stuff, or that nigga look too
Oh,
small.
Floyd
You
the
don't say nothing.
exception though, bro. He work
You
out
go,
all the time.
but when you see even when you see B-Ball, if you ever see B-Ball, he look the same size that he looked like when he get in that ring.
Yeah.
He looks like he walks around damn near at that weight class B-Ball. You know
You
what I'm saying?
naming people that
But
got high
they're
discipline.
trained year round,
So
Rich.
so
That's different.
so
Floyd,
when so that's what I'm trying to say right now. I say I know you trying to be literal and say
no,
you
but
don't walk
Floyd
around,
trained almost
but
all
we
year
all know
round.
we all know like what walk around weight mean. We meaning that you ain't looking out of shape, out of like you see a nigga out there to fight, you like, man, this nigga 250 pounds. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about, man. And yeah, that's it, bro. But D-Ball, man, I think he
But
walk around his weight class. I think
it's
he
not
hit a
really that. They just
180,
stay close to the weight
185,
class.
180, 83, 84, 82. I think he
And
walk
Floyd was
around at that
upside
weight.
down in his weight class. Like Floyd went up past the normal weight class for him, so it's a little bit different in those circumstances. Floyd never like when Floyd was like 147, he wasn't cutting that much weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I
different.
I feel like a lot of fighters supposed to do that, but I mean, to each his own. They might do it for a certain reason, like Flash said. They might do it for accolades. They might do it because they don't like feeling other punches in a high weight class. It's you know what I'm saying. You never know what they do it for.
Well, it's simple, right? Like think about it. If you want to fight 147, right? But you're like 153, you're gonna think that everybody else is hydrating bigger than you, which means you're gonna think that everybody's even taller than you, which means that you feel like a lot of people have the reach advantage over you. So then fighters will now move down. So okay, 147 I can make easily, but if I fight at 140 or 135, then there's a better likelihood that the people are gonna be my height, or I may have the reach advantage against them. So all those things play a part.
Well,
Same
you
thing
got to stop
in the
fighting
amateurs, they always do the
like
same
that.
thing. Amateurs is the same way. Like a lot of boxing amateur coaches will tell you, you try to fight to the smallest weight that you can.
And why you think they say that, boxing hacker?
Right. So like I said, they look for the advantage. Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
is. However, it's not. But like when people say it's like a cheat code or there's weight bullying, it's not like that because there's for every gain there's a disadvantage to it. When you're too big for a weight class, you have to cut more. There's bigger likelihood that you gotta have less water in the brain.
But it's
Bigger
more
likelihood that
than
you're gonna
just
get knocked out. Like this, it's not as cut and dry as people say. It's not like a lot of fighters. You see them, they can actually get bigger than what they rehydrate to, but they stop at certain place because they want to feel like actively good. When they get into a ring versus just going to the buffet and blowing up as much as possible.
But you still go back to how are you preparing to fight now at this new weight class? Are
Yeah.
you still, if you 147 and you
Yeah.
training like you still 135, you can
Yeah.
see what a problem is going to be for you, even at the higher weight class, which is why a lot of times they pulling people up to fight them right now, as opposed to fighting more the guys who are already in that weight class.
So here's the problem,
But
Mr.
Mr. Greg, you
Here's the
think
problem.
Devin
Remember
looked
they
bad at
sparred too, right?
147 though?
I don't think
No.
he looked as good as he did at 135.
Mr. Gray, here's the problem with what you're saying,
Dang,
though, right?
really?
Yeah.
One thing you have to remember, Mr. Gray, they spar too in the gym, right?
Yeah.
In the off season, they're gonna be close to whatever their natural weight is without cutting or anything, right? So whatever that natural weight is for them, they're gonna be doing that more than they're gonna be fighting like in a pro bout or amateur bout, you know.
And don't you see that?
So like
One
they're
of the
gonna be
problems
used to
is,
like being bigger and fighting. That's what I want.
don't you see where that's one of the problems is? You have to change what you're doing when you make the change in weight. So if you just sitting around doing nothing, then of course it's going to be a problem for you. When you change your weight class, you have to change your diet. You have to change how you're training. You have to change how you're fighting. You're not going to fight as well.
I don't think people change their fighting. So like Robert Duran went from 135 to 160.
How do you
right?
think? How
He fought the same way all the way through.
How do you realize that you don't look as good as one weight class than you did at the one that you came up from? It's because you haven't changed how you're fighting. It means you haven't changed how you're training. You got to change everything to
definitely got to change your diet.
Because there's guys at 147 that you're going to have to meet. You coming from 135, maybe from 140, to now fight at 147.
Yeah,
you're going to.
Hey, Greg, I don't know why you arguing this.
I know. I'm just trying to get through.
People
I don't understand why.
I don't think it's straightforward. People say this. That's what I'm saying. I think
a lot of people do change. Of course, you want to change the way you fight when you move up or down. Some people still
give me an example.
People
who change their fighting style when you move up or down. What do you mean? Like, look, how many fighters change their fighting style when they move up and down? I think fighters change their style based on their opponent, not based on their weight.
Yeah, you can say that too, but
and they're trainer too.
That's what I just said.
Like how many fighters fight pretty much? They might change their plan, but they don't really change their style. You know,
there's subtleties that you don't see. That's
Shakur fights the same way since he fought 126.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
You have to watch the fights.
No, he don't.
There's subtleties.
And Mr. Greg, I thought Devin looked as good as he ever looked at 147.
I did.
You thought he looked bad in that fight?
I didn't think he looked bad. I just didn't think he looked as good as I thought he. I thought he should look better at 147. That's the whole idea.
I mean, give me an example. What fight at 135 you thought he looked better than he did at 147?
I mean, he fought better against Linares. I can see what Mr. Greg is saying, but I would say I don't think it's the weight. I think it's the weight lifting for Devin that change. There's a difference between when he was younger and now.
But wait, hold on, Mr. Greg. You also got to play in a factor though. When some people move up to these weight classes, some people if they get in an easy ass fight or something like that, they might still fight the same. But if they moving up to a weight class and they get a little tougher challenge or something like that, I think that they definitely not gonna test the waters as how they was fighting in a lower weight class that they was fighting in before. You know, that's
Which
such
goes
to
to what
some
I'm
fighters.
saying. You're gonna meet those bigger guys who are stronger, who already been fighting at 147. You have to prepare for that. They aren't necessarily doing that. That's why we've been talking about pulling up smaller guys from a lower division, which kind of gives you an even more advantage just because you're bigger.
But I think it's a disadvantage. I think it's kind of weight bullying when you pull a bigger guy down from his division and put a rehydration clause on him like he did Eubank. Like Conor Ben did Eubank. Don't nobody want to see that. And Shakur trying to do that to Devin too.
Which is why guys
Shakur ain't trying to do that to no Devin. Shakur trying to go up to 147 and fight Devin. He ain't trying to pull.
He said
Devin
he put the rehydration clause on him, bro.
Yeah. But he never said that he's going to pull him down though. He said if he do go up to 147.
No, the rehydration clause is the bad part. That's the part right there. You want to pretend like you're going up and doing this big feat, but you trying to put a rehydration clause on him. That's why I think that's why Eubank Jr. Lost to Conor Ben because of the rehydration clause. It wasn't him coming down. It was the fact that he came down and couldn't rehydrate to his normal to feel comfortable.
But where do Eubanks fight at? What weight?
It's a disadvantage for him.
What weight class Eubanks fight at? 168, right?
No, they fought at 160, didn't they?
No, I'm saying what weight class do Eubanks usually fight at? 160,
The
168.
fight, see, you can say usually, but what weight class was they fighting in the fight before that?
They was fighting at like 160. They was fighting at catch weight too,
Exactly.
right?
So he fought at 160 twice. So you can't say
Yeah.
he's coming from 168. He was coming from 160, but he got a rehydration clause put on him on the second fight.
But
Oh, okay.
coming down, I mean, I'll use the Roy Jones example, who went up to 125, did it properly, did it well. But then he came back down and fought back at 175 and looked bad ever since. Sometimes your body can't do what it used to do when it's time for it to change. And Roy was a prime example.
It's hard to go up and come back down, right, Mr. Greg?
Yeah. Roy didn't look as good. His punch resistance, as y'all saw, was gone. He wasn't.
That's why I'm thinking.
He wasn't as sharp. So it's things like that you have to be careful of. Once you leave something, leave it alone. Stay up there. You might not get that fight that might make you a little money, but that's what happened in this case. He told Tarver, take it or leave it. Tarver took it, and you see what happened. Even the first fight, he barely won against Tarver when he did the first fight.
Yeah,
So
I think Tarver
the next two, he looked bad, and then of course Glenn Jones put him to sleep as well. So you start damaging your body playing with weight, particularly in combat sports, because you take real punishment and training.
You know who cuts weights the best?
Greg, I get on a panel and say this every time when it comes to this weight and shit. I would never forget the time. I wish I could sing the video, but you just look up the video, man, on YouTube, man. Roy Jones and Steven Fortes is talking about cutting weight. Roy Jones is happy when guys rehydrate 20, 30 pounds over. He said he did that his whole career. He said if you a great fighter, you're gonna do that. So obviously a lot of fighters back then, I guess, was doing that because he actually saluted Steven Fortes for doing that. For Steven Fortes said, I walk around at 165 to 170, some crazy shit. I said, this nigga crazy.
Roy was a prime example of could have been a great heavyweight because the way his metabolism was, the way his body was built. So you can't compare that with Steven Fortes, who's a small.
No. He said.
But you know who's a master of cutting weight?
Roy Jones said at 160 he was walking. He said he will rehydrate back up to 185 plus pounds.
He should have been. He should have
fighting at 160.
Yeah, he was prime example that could go up in weight because his body was trying to push him, and eventually he went to from 160, 68, 75, and then heavyweight. His body.
But look, y'all, that's why I said I was saying that for already that I don't think Shakur gonna come back down, man. You know, because once them fighters go up in weight, it'd be hard for them to come back and fight in a lower weight class, you know, like that. You know, I don't think Shakur coming back to 135. I don't think Tank coming back to 135. Tank probably gonna stop at like 147 or 140.
No. I think Tank, man, you see Tank is naturally a small guy though, man. And
Tank's a tiny guy.
Shakur's small too. If you ever, he's small, like nigga's small for real. But
Tank, when you say Tank small, you mean short or like which one? Which you talking
small. About? He's small. He's short. It's like if he anything higher than that, he looked at overweight, chubby. He's not really looking at like he's small. He's like his naturally built is small. His naturally built is small. Like I don't know.
133 of his last fight.
Yeah, he's naturally small.
That was what he weighed in at when he was trying to make weight, right?
And then you gotta understand.
Yeah, but he came in the camp at 138.
You Muslim too, so you know that Ramadan coming around too. So you know you gonna
yeah, but we talking about him. But I'm just saying that because he coming off of trying to get prepared to fight Jake Paul. So you know he put all of that weight on or whatever. I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. I see.
Remember the couple times that he missed weight or whatever, and one of his trainers, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Calvin Ford was saying they said he get big, and they was like, how big? And he said he walk around like 165.
Yeah, he definitely
That's when
walked
Tank was
around
undisciplined.
160, 165.
Yeah, I'll get ready to say
He's
that.
not small for big
Discipline
That's
years.
is
when Tank
there.
was undisciplined.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the walk around weight.
But
That's
then,
the
but Tank missed
Go
weight a
back.
couple
Go
times.
back to
That's why I
That's
say
the
this
walk
about
around weight. He's
discipline.
losing small, stocky. He holds weight. He's naturally short and stocky.
And that's why I'm trying to, and that's another thing I'm trying to say. If you see if I don't know if Greg's seen Lamar Roach before. If you see these niggas, they naturally small too. So when all these people keep
Hey,
saying
but
them
when you
niggas is
hey,
when
but
them
you
when
being you not being
when
transparent when you say they naturally small, because all us in
I'm
the
saying
hood know
I'm
every
saying
hood
what
is
I'm
that
saying.
one little short stocky guy that just knock somebody clean out, bro. Because they
That's what
short and stocky, bro. It's a
That's what
lot
I'm
of weight
saying.
in.
What I'm trying to say is like when I be seeing people say Lamar Roach, he was a weight bully and all that stuff. That nigga a small nigga for real. He ain't no fucking
No, he
weight.
what? Just
That
because he's short,
nigga
bro, that
small.
don't
That nigga
mean
got
he's
a big
small,
ass
bro.
head. He's
No,
small.
he's a
No,
small dude.
if you ever next to these guys that's what I'm saying. These guys are small on fly. Like these niggas is small for real. So when niggas get on here in these panels saying Lamar Roach is a big guy, where? I don't.
Insecure
I
I,
mean,
like
Lamar
to
Roach
be
is a
fair,
where?
big.
all of them fighters
Lamar
is
Roach is
small,
a big
bro.
guy.
All of them.
Lamar Roach is a big guy. What do you mean? Where at?
He's not a big guy. He's small. He's a small guy.
I
He's a
mean, but you
small
talking
guy.
about
He's a
compared to
small guy.
us though. We not.
What I'm saying is he a small guy, undisciplined, getting big. He's not a big guy already trying to be small. No, he's a small guy just being big. That's what I mean by that.
It's
No, he's
it's
Oh,
not a small guy being big.
insecure fight
No,
them.
I
that's
think
what
that
I'm
no, I
saying.
think them short guys got the advantage, man, because they could get it. They can
That's
make
a
weight
small guy
because
being big, Rich.
height brings weight
I'm
too.
saying
But they be short and stocky, bro. They arms be they
from what
arms
y'all
be
trying to say
bigger than them
from
taller guys, bro.
what y'all trying to say Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney is, which I never bring up Earl Spence. Y'all basically saying that these guys was big people trying to fit into a small body, being
Yes,
small.
that's
That's
what
what
they
you
were
saying.
doing.
Okay, and this is what I'm saying to you about people like Lomachenko, Tank, Lamont Roaches, and them. They small guys being big. That's what I'm trying to say to you. If that's
They
hard to
stocky,
explain,
man. They
hard
short
to
and
explain,
stocky.
that's what it is, bro. That's what I'm
No,
trying to say. They naturally small. Gary Russell, the young, the older one, he's naturally small. He's
You
fighting at
saying
one. He
small
is
though? I
that
think
is
you mean to say short. They naturally short, bro, not
nah
small.
nah nah.
Gary
Yeah, they
Russell
Okay,
is
let me
small.
let me
Tank
put it
isn't
let me
that
put it
small
to you
though.
this way. You're looking at that picture of Lamont Roach. Okay, now with I've stood next to Lamont. Now I'm probably the exception because I'm 6'2"
yeah.
and I'm 400 pounds, but everybody looks small next to me. Um, but you stand Lamont next to his little brother Jordan, and he
Man, that nigga
not
like
much bigger than Jordan.
116, 118 pounds, Jordan, man.
Mhm.
Them niggas is small, man. Yeah, exactly. If you put them two together, they naturally short together and all that small. That's what I'm trying to say. They small being disciplined, being big. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how it's hard to like for you to understand, but that's what they is.
Like Ben Johnson's fights at 154. Okay, um, they train out of the same gym, and Lamont's a whole lot smaller than Ben Johnson.
How have you ever wondered? I look at how my weight is, and I just look at other fighters. How your weight is distributed. Some fighters' weight is not evenly distributed. Sometimes it's in the upper body. Sometimes it's in the lower body.
You sound muffled, Mr. Greg. You sound muffled.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
most fighters, they're going to carry their weight in their shoulders and their arms and
mhm.
chest because that's where they need with that's where they want the power. Um, they carry a little bit of weight in their legs, not very much, because all they want is enough muscle just to hold them up. They
And
want
the
that they
torque.
want them to be strong enough that they don't buckle, but they
Yeah.
want to be um, thin enough to make sure that they maintain in weight. Um,
Especially if you like to move.
Yeah, but I think Lomachenko is naturally smaller than all those guys. But I think Lamont and Tank are probably similar. I feel like Tank probably
Lamont and
busts
who?
around. Lamont and Tank are probably similar in stature, but
Now,
Lamont's
Shakur is
taller.
going to fight at 147, right? With
Huh?
Theo.
You said what?
Shakur's getting ready to fight at 147 with Teal, right?
No,
Nah, at
140.
He's gonna fight at
140.
140.
140.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Boston Hacker, that's what I'm trying to say. Lomachenko, prime example, another small guy getting bigger, but he's naturally small.
Yeah, he's
He
naturally
another
small. But
guy.
Tank isn't
He's
naturally small
small.
though.
They
Tank is naturally
naturally.
small. What are you
No,
talking
he's not naturally small, guys.
Yes, he
He's
is.
stocky. He's
No,
short.
no.
He's short and stocky.
He's
Okay,
naturally small,
Tank.
man.
Yeah,
He's
Tank can
5'4".
rehydrate
How
high.
big could he be? How big could he get? He's 5'4". So what do you mean he's
He
not
can get to like
naturally
160,
small?
165. He's naturally,
If,
he's not,
if,
If
if,
he,
if,
He
if,
looked like
so
a
you're
wide.
telling
he
me
looked like
he
a
does
butterball
not walk
turkey at
around at
165.
165 boxing Hacker.
Not
That was
anymore
at the
because
point
he
in his
became
career.
Muslim and they, he's training on
That
that.
was before he even became Muslim. Boxing Hacker, he stopped walking
No. He
around
used to
that.
struggle. No, Tank used to struggle to make weight. Did you forget?
but
He
He
that's
definitely
missed
that's
struggled
weight
that's
a
He
why.
lot.
How
used
twice.
to
long ago
struggle to
was
make
that,
weight.
Boxing Hacker? How long
And I'm
ago
gonna
was
Yeah.
stay
that?
out of this, man.
You
I'm gonna
just
stay
start
out of
saying
Let's
this.
that.
go back to
Tank rehydrates
March.
high.
What
That's
you
one.
And
saying?
look
Boxing
at
Hacker
Tank
take a
in
weight
March.
bully, bro?
So listen. Even if let's say he's 5'4", walking around at 165. That's not a natural weight for somebody 5'4". So he's obese then. So that's still not his
Right.
natural
He's
weight.
over his BMI. Of course, he's
So
over
that's
his
not his
BMI.
okay then. So why you saying that's his natural weight? No, it's not.
It's his natural. I mean, what do you call natural weight?
Exactly.
What
No,
do
we're
you
not
call
doing that.
natural weight?
We're
He
not
went
doing that.
into his
The way
last
that you
fight
way you
camp at
normally walk around. He
138
normally
pounds.
walks around at
We're not
160,
doing that.
165.
Nigga, that's not a natural weight if he's obese. That's not a natural weight. So for you to keep saying his natural weight is 160, you sound dumb. Stop it.
Okay, what's
Nobody
his
walking
natural weight
around
then?
obese is their
Wait, hold
natural
on,
weight,
hold on.
Boxing Hacker.
That's
Oh,
not
y'all
true.
said Tank was obese when he was obese.
When you're over your body mass index,
fly.
you consider obese.
Wait, Boston Hacker fly. What weight
Yeah,
class Devin Haney start at? 130, right? 135?
No,
I think 140.
135. He was at
Yeah,
He started
135 for a
he
long
started at
time.
135. He started at 135. All right, so a person that naturally started at 135, of course he's gonna move up to 147, probably 154, or whatever the
yeah.
case may be. A nigga that start off their career in the 120s and 126s, they not gonna be moving up to the 160, let's say Pacquiao 160 or 154 like that. It's not that common. So for you to say that, and if it is, name 5 fighters that start off at 120, 126, whatever, that moved up there, them weight classes, and
Yeah, it's
still
not
be
easy.
able to do what they
No,
did.
nobody's
It's not.
saying Tank gonna be at 154, bro.
No, I'm just saying it's not common. Even at 147, it's not really common for a nigga to really do all that stuff and still be the same fighter. So when you say a nigga like Tank that started off in them lower weight classes is naturally big, that don't even
He's
sound
naturally
right.
big.
Listen,
He's naturally big, bro.
That don't even
So
No,
sound
let me
right.
say this. Let me say
Big,
this because
bro.
I
That
gotta
don't
go
even
around the
sound right.
panel. I gotta go around the panel, let everybody get their final 2 cents off. I've already cooked this dumb shit. If you're a 5'4" and you're 165 pounds, that is clearly not a natural weight for you. So this dumb shit y'all keep saying he was walking around at 165 pounds. That may very well be true. However, that is not a natural weight for him. He was obviously and clearly overweight if he's 5'4", walking around at 165 pounds. Can we please use some common sense and critical thinking? Please. Just because you hear something on the panel, don't mean you got to go and repeat it. Boxing Hacker, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Hey, I'm gonna just say this, right? Tank is to rehydrate heavy. I don't know what you guys are even talking about. I feel like that's a known thing. I don't
you
know
wait,
what
bully.
we're
Tell him, bro.
debating.
Tell him.
Tank used to rehydrate heavy. I don't know. Like he used to rehydrate. Every fighters know that. Fight fans know that. Like the thing. It's not something I made up. And at the end of the day, like something that fighters do. Most fighters don't fight their walk around weight. There's no such thing as weight bullying. It was something we made up in this generation. No past generation was calling Roberto Duran a weight bully. It's something we all made up. Because at the end of the day,
aircraft carrier, that is also unhealthy, bro. 5'5", 250 pounds of muscle, you're still about to have a heart attack.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Boxing.
yeah, that's tough work.
How you throwing a punch like that? You ain't even throwing no punch
today.
for it.
Because we already clicked on this fake weight bullying accusation stuff. Hey, I don't know, man. I always say like Claressa Shields is a fighter. At the end of the day, fighters always gonna feel like they can beat anybody. And for all these people who get so upset or so offended, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are just intimidated by Claressa Shields for whatever reason. But as who she is, I expect her to say things like that. Can she beat Rolly? Maybe. I've seen women beat up guys in the gym before. I wouldn't be surprised. But it doesn't offend me as a man because Claressa Shields says I can beat these guys. She's supposed to say that. As far as this whole
this is boxing. This ain't tennis, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do. I've seen women fight men all the time. It's not. I see women spar men. I see women go wild on men too in the sparring ring. I wouldn't be surprised if Claressa Shields can box. Let's never forget she's the last Olympian, both male Olympian gold medalists, both male and female, in the USA boxing right now, and she's the only 2-time gold medalist for America for boxing. So, I mean, you gotta give her a props. She feels she can beat somebody. More power to her, man. Salute to Claressa, man. Anyway,
shout out Boxing Hacker. Boxing Hacker, damn well you'll be seeing no women beating up no men in no gym. Live Frequency, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yo, just to tap in on what he was talking about, Claressa Shields beating up men. I really don't like when they blur the lines like that. I really don't feel comfortable seeing a man putting his hands on a woman like that.
They not fighting Frequency.
They're literally fighting in the ring. They're fighting with boxing gloves on. It's the fight game.
Where?
I'm saying if.
Oh, you talking about sparring?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I know she ain't fight no men yet, but so she have in the past, talked about fight. She want to fight Keith Thurman and different people and whatnot. I just don't think they should, try to blur the lines like that, and try to let a man get in there with a female and fight, because for the man, I feel like it's a lose-lose situation. If you get beat by her, dang, you got beat up by a woman, bro. But if you beat her up, now you some brute. You know what I'm saying? You a woman beater or something, I ain't feeling that. But as far as Tank, when Tank was back in the day when Tank and Devin did that sparring, what y'all think Tank was probably like 165 then? Because he said he was overweight and all of that. He wasn't training. He just flew out there because AB asked him to come out there and get some work in for somebody or whatnot. But I don't know. I think that Tank is short, but I don't think he's as small as people be trying to make it out to be. Everybody, he's tiny, he's so small and that, but he's stocky, man. If he was so small like that and frail, how he knocking these dudes out?
Who said he was frail, Flyer? Who said he was frail?
Small. I mean, that's how y'all be making it seem.
Nobody makes it.
No, we just said he was small. Tiny, nobody said he was frail.
I just be saying anything. I be letting y'all slide.
I heard people call.
Sick of it.
I'm talking about the words, the adjectives that y'all use to describe this guy. Y'all be like, he tiny, small, little. Stuff. Tank ain't none of that, bro.
None of that says frail.
How he knocking out heavyweights there?
Flyer.
What's your point, Flyer?
Oh, my point is, I think he actually is at an advantage because his arms ain't his arms ain't small. His muscles ain't smaller than all these other fighters that we talking about. His arms not smaller. His punching power is not. His punching power is probably greater than a lot of these guys. But since he's shorter, he's able to squeeze in. Since he's shorter, he gets to squeeze in because a taller guy, the bones make it's more weight on them because they taller.
So it's dumb as shit.
It's not dumb, bro. It's science, bro. I say scientific stuff, bro. I'm scientifically prepared.
You say stupid shit.
But yeah, man, I think that's why I think he's at an advantage because he can come in, and make weight easier because he's shorter.
I want to put you in time.
Hey, but
okay, no. Let him finish.
Because he's shorter. I know y'all act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know from your school days that it was always some short guy who was short and stocky, and nobody wanted no smoke with him because he was knocking dudes out. You know what I'm saying? Because he was short and stocky. He'd pick one of them tall guys up and slam them, knock somebody out. You know, they short, so it's hard to get close to him. Mike Tyson used to be dipping and ducking under these tall guys and hit him with an overhand right. It's easier to hit him because you just throw overhand right. It's a Hail Mary, bro. You hitting them, you hitting them with a haymaker. You know what I'm saying? So I think he got some advantages too.
So it's easier for him to fight the taller guys with the longer reach.
It's harder for them to hit him. He can bob and he can dip up under him. I think that's why Pitbull seemed like he get
out of Jake Paul.
Before. No, I thought Jake Paul was gonna beat him, but before, because it was too much weight.
The advantage.
Because it was way too much weight. He was going up. How many weight classes? He was going up like more than 7 weight classes. Y'all was being unrealistic with that, thinking that Tank is just gonna go up there and knock him out. I understand his skills might be a whole lot better. I mean, a lot of people was telling me that Tank was going to go up there and knock Jake Paul out. You wasn't one of those people.
Did I tell you that?
I'm asking you. You can tell. You can clarify.
No, you said no. Did I tell you that? You don't want to say I said it. Did I say that to you?
No, I ain't say you said it. I'm asking you the question. I said a lot of people told me that, and I was asking you, is you one of those people?
Knock Jake Paul out? I mean, it's boxing.
I think if Jake Paul stick his chin out, he probably could knock him out. But you know, with the advantages that Jake Paul had over him, being taller, way bigger and heavier, you know, having the reach advantage over him, I think he probably punch as hard as Tank, you know, because he got enough weight behind him to make up for, you know, the technique that he lacking at as far as punching. So I think he probably could punch hard as Tank, you know. And so I don't think that Tank was just gonna go up there and knock him out. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before that. But
yeah, you derailed your own train of thought. We know.
No, but yeah. Oh, I was asking you, 2 Cents. Was you one of those people who was saying that or no?
Nah, I thought it was a possibility though, for sure. He could have knocked him out.
So you thought Tank was at a disadvantage and Jake Paul was going to win?
Did you hear what I just said or no?
Yeah, you said it was a possibility, but I'm asking you, did you think that? Like, who did you think was going to win the fight? You didn't.
Aren't you supposed to be doing your last 2 cents?
Okay, yeah, my last 2 cents. Yeah, so I think that
wrap it up.
All right, I think so. Come on, man, it ain't even your show, man. Be quiet. So,
come on, y'all, let him finish.
So I just think that Tank has some advantages too, you know, as far as, you know, him being shorter. People keep saying he's little and small, but I disagree with that. You know, especially if he's
disagree with that he's small. How can you disagree with that? That is
because it's subjective. It's subjective for somebody to say. If you can look at somebody and say,
grown ass man and he's 5'4", he's small.
I mean, that's short to me. Short and small is 2 different things to me. Short and small is different. You know, you can be short and have more. You can short and have more body mass than the person that's tall.
My grandson in the 8th grade, he bigger than Tank. Okay.
Yeah, but okay. So look at Fundora. A lot of people be saying Fundora.
A mind just a terrible thing.
A lot of people be saying Fundora is too big for the weight class, but Fundora can make the weight, right? Because his body, he don't got a lot of muscle mass on him, or whatever. He don't have a lot of mass in his body, so he can fight at 154. Whereas he probably just as big as look like he almost as big as David Benavidez when David Benavidez is, you know, working out or whatnot when he's ready to have a fight. So I think it's all about David Benavidez. I think it's all about the body mass and all of that. You know, so it's subjective, like I said, being small. But that's all I got though.
Thank you, Fly Frequency, for your 2 cents. How the hell is being small? So a grown ass man is 5 feet 4 inches. And you talking about it's subjective if he's small? Do y'all see these hoops that Hanos clan is jumping through to try not to make Devin look crazy for calling out people 2 weight divisions lower than him? Do y'all see like the logic they're trying to use?
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. No cap. You fresh on the panel. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
First, I'd like to say fuck the Hanos clan and fuck Devin Haney, the weight bully. You know, these niggas suffer from tank derangement syndrome.
Yes.
You know, this but he the hydration. He draining people. Now he a weight bully. He a weight bully that drain his opponents. I ain't never heard about that. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know how you can have rehydration clauses and be weight bully. That's the new type of snack. You gotta be on that super snack. New type of snack shit they got out. I don't know where they get this shit from, boy.
Man, these
that's why I hate Devin Haney. Y'all made me hate Devin Haney.
How is Tank too big for 135 when he weighed in his last fight at 133 pounds? Do y'all see the narratives and stuff they trying to create? Because Devin calling him out from 2 weight divisions up. Now Tank is too big for 135.
He just clout chasing this nigga.
Can I say something real quick?
I'm gonna let you finish. No cap, Fly. I can't believe you curled your fingers up to type that, bro. I can't believe it. Go ahead, No Cap.
Can I say something real quick?
Let me let No Cap finish, and I'm gonna let you go, Big Dre. Go ahead, No Cap.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like they clout chasing Tank because now they back. They came back from the grave because of Brian. Because they got the victory over Brian Norman, beating him in a wrestling match. And now they want to act. Now they back to calling out Tank, clout chasing Tank to boost up their name because they ain't popping. That's why they had to sell their soul to Turkey because they ain't popping over here. Don't nobody want to see Devin Haney fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a star. He ain't a pay-per-view attraction. You know what I'm saying? And all his fans now, they want to come out the woodworks. Y'all don't really support Devin. Y'all fire sticking that shit. Y'all VIP boxing that shit. Y'all know y'all ain't buying no Devin Haney pay-per-views. And that's why he over there with Turkey, holding hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? Tired of this Devin Haney shit. Like this dude, the fake man. Tell that nigga to fight Boots. Tell that nigga stop being a weight bully. Man up, fight Boots, and he get some respect. I mean, goddamn, how you gonna move up 3 weight classes and you still bigger than the nigga you fighting? He moved up to 140, bigger than Regis. Regis looking like damn, this a big ass nigga. Move up to 147. He bigger than Brian Norman. Brian Norman looking at it like, damn, this a big ass nigga. How big is this nigga Devin Haney, dog? They call the nigga Debo for a reason because he a bully, nigga. They telling you he a weight bully. That's why he called him Debo Dev. He out here weight bullying.
Ain't No Cap. It's Depo.
Yeah, you know, tell him to fight Boots. Tell him to stop being pussy and fight Boots. He said Boots was ducking him, dog. He gotta fight Boots now. You know, don't nobody want to see him fight Broly. Don't nobody want to see him fight Barrios. Don't nobody want to see him fight Ryan.
He only wanted the big fights for the money. Now he won't undisputed again. Like I say, whatever's convenient. Yeah, No Cap. Do you remember when they said? Do you remember when they said if Boots got undisputed at 140 pounds and wouldn't mean nothing because it's a trash division? But now that Devin is getting undisputed at 147 pounds, they're going to want everybody to start Johnson bouncing. Wouldn't that mean that they think that Boots is on a different level than Devin?
They know. They just Devin Haney meat writers. They want to big up Devin Haney. They want to serve. They call him Lord Haney. They call this nigga Lord Haney.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas want to serve Devin Haney. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about reality. They is MAGA for Devin Haney. They the MAGA niggas for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he is. MAGA niggas for Devin Haney.
That's it. That's what
they talk the same stupid delusional shit.
All right, let
like
me let
you
MAGA
go.
Be more. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show, Be more?
I came on. I was sitting up here and I'm looking at it, and I was like, I picked up my tablet. Let me see what's going on. Oh shit, Steveson on. And I started hearing all of this shit about rehydration clauses. And I'm thinking to myself, none of these motherfuckers even know what the fuck a rehydration clause is. When I say that, I'm talking about Hacker and Flyer. I'm like, they don't know what a rehydration clause is. They don't know the reason for a rehydration clause. The rehydration clause is so that whatever fighter is at a disadvantage won't be at a severe disadvantage. So that the levels of how they rehydrate after the weigh-in will be equal. So you can only rehydrate up to a certain weight limit, a certain weight, and you get weighed again before the fight.
You know what I mean? That's what the rehydration clause is. Tank only had two people he put rehydration clauses on: Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. Why? Because they're severely bigger than him. Tank walks around at 140. They walk around probably at 160, 165 before they go into training camp. So after the weigh-in where they both make 135, nobody can go back and do a Devin Haney and get that special snack IV that they have for him backstage up in his room somewhere and rehydrate up to around 165 for a fight at 135 or rehydrate up to 160. They say, okay, you can rehydrate up, but you only can rehydrate up. The fight is at 135. Let's say you only can rehydrate up to 155. All right, let's call it that and do it at that weight. And they agree to it. They agree to it. You know what I mean? Come on. That's what the reason why they are weight bullies. Matter of fact, everybody on that B-side bitches boxing club side over there in Riyadh season, all of them are weight bullies.
B-side bitches.
All of them. Yup, B-side bitches boxing club. You know what I
I put
mean?
an asterisk on this whole era. It's the weight bullying era. I put an
Yeah.
asterisk on all these niggas.
Fucking weight
But
bullying like
everybody's saying
crazy.
this. But listen, it's not an issue. They say long as you can make the weight, you good.
Yeah, but if you got somebody who's not in that situation, like Tank, who walks around and fights close to his motherfucking to his weight limit that he fights at 135, you know what I mean? It's a problem. Tank, when he went up to fight Mario Barrios, he said he didn't want to go back to 140 and fight. And the reason why is because he didn't like the way it made him feel. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. If he's used now that he's a gym rat, if now that he's used and he's real disciplined about how he trained now, of course he don't want to do that again. You know what I mean? If he felt some kind of way, you know what I mean, physically. So, if he decides to do that in the future, that will be something that they will have to go ahead as a team and with him and go ahead and figure out a nutrition and a plan in which he could go ahead and put that weight on, but still be efficient with his movement and his punching power. You know what I mean? So I ain't got no problem with that. That's if what he want to do. But you sit back and hear people saying what somebody's going to do. They're going to go up to 147. Yeah, he might go up to 150 and get boots and just be saying the dumbest shit. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. That's just like lying on a man, like they always do anyway. You know? And I go ahead, I leave my 2 cents right there.
All
That's the
right, all
only
right,
reason
all
why I
right.
came up.
Big Dre, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
It's live. It's local. It's boxing. Okay, so my final 2 cents is let's go back to I believe it was early February or late January when Tank jumped on the scale before he was scheduled to fight. When they announced the fight with him and Lamont Roach, when he jumped on the scale to go into training camp at 138 pounds. I mean, that's only 3 pounds over the 135-pound limit. So how's he walking around at 150 pounds when he starts training camp at 138? Um, Secondly, rehydration clauses even the playing field. If I know that my fighter is going to go into a fight with a rehydration clause, we are cutting weight early. We are cutting weight safely. We are getting down to um, the required weight in advance, um, so that when we come up to those those weigh-ins that are 2 weeks out and 1 week out, and then the week of the fight, that we are um, not only are we in order, we are on schedule, so that our rehydration will be within the 10 pounds. We will be at 100% um, come fight night, and it's a lot less dangerous if you start your weight cut earlier and make yourself into um, that lean, mean fighting machine. Um, the only people that don't have that problem is the heavyweights because there's no weight limit. They go out and they do what they do. All I got to say is go watch some local boxing. It's good for you, it's cost effective, and you have a good time. So it's live, it's local, it's boxing. It's your boy Big Dre, and I'm out.
Shout out Big Dre in the
All right,
building.
peace.
All right, all right, all right. Who else we got next? We got Rich. What's your final two
What's up?
cents,
What's up?
Rich? What you got for the show?
Man, my final 2 cents. As far as this Tank stuff, I don't even know how this became the issue towards Tank. I keep telling y'all, man. But come on, man, the man is small. Just picture a 5'4" person at the size that they trying to say that he should be fighting at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Jake Paul fight was for the money, and I'd be happy to see him get some money, which he didn't get no money for that fight. So there's no point really talking about that. But I don't know. I really want to know what weight would he would have came in as. That's something I really wanted to know. But as far as what I was saying earlier, man, I wasn't trying to. I was being funny, but I'm also being serious with the Shakur Steveson thing. Like I feel like Tank is not fighting him, and he not fighting Tank. I feel like anything else that people doing now, anything that Shakur say or whatever. Recently, I've been just seeing a lot of shit that Shakur say is always attached to Tank now, and Shakur not even saying his name no more. First, when he say his name, y'all get mad. Now he not saying the nigga name at all. Now y'all bringing up Tank name with his name. I don't know what it is with y'all. I don't know what y'all want, but I was serious when I was saying that shit. But it might sound funny. But as far as Claressa Shields, she I mean, you hear. I mean, we all think we could beat the baddest man in the room. We all think that we could. Ain't nobody can do nothing to us. Woman, man, whatever. We all think like that. You know what I'm saying? You hear Terrence Crawford say. You hear Terrence Crawford said they asked him about Usyk, or they asked him about Tyson Fury. I think he said, "Yeah, I could beat him." You know what I'm saying? What you expect him to say no? So if that's how she feel about how she feel about beating up a guy, let her feel like that. You know what I'm saying? She might be delusional, you know what I'm saying? But let her feel like that. Like what y'all get mad because how she feel is what she
Exactly.
say. What y'all get mad because how she I don't get people like what y'all want her to stay in a woman's place or something like that. Nah, man. I guess that people with Martin Luther King was fighting for Clarissa Shields to have a voice like that. Nah, for real though. But let her do what she want to do, man. What else we was talking about? Nothing else.
Shakur Stevenson being a hypocrite.
Oh yeah, I just brought that fact up, man. Like I feel like we all know he's a hypocrite, and we bringing up all the hypocrite stuff on shit he say. But guess who y'all attaching it to? Just guess.
Oh,
Just
sorry to
guess who
cut you off,
y'all.
Rich, but
Man,
I think Martin Luther King wanted equal rights, but not them type of rights.
Yeah. I think somebody else. I think somebody else voted for those rights though, for women to have their own opinion and women to start working and all that shit. I think that wouldn't have nothing to do with Martin Luther King. But
no. Let's
as
go back to what you were saying about
but
we attaching Shakur
yeah,
name
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
Tank.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
No,
I'm
we were
definitely,
just
I'm
saying
definitely,
that the
I'm definitely going back to that once again. Yeah, Shakur said what he said, right? But guess what? Guess what? All these videos you're gonna see come out as. Oh, he said this. I thought he said this with Tank. Well, I thought he said this with Tank. I thought he said this with Tank. So y'all attaching Tank name to his name right now.
no,
Whether y'all like
actually
it,
they
whether
saying he
whether
a
whether
hypocrite.
whether y'all like it or not, y'all still attaching his name to Tank. Tank is old news, man.
We were
Shakur ain't
just
fighting
saying
him.
that that nigga is a hypocrite.
Shakur is not fighting him, and Tank is not fighting Shakur. So it's old news. His name shouldn't be attached to that man's name no more, man. I'm gone.
He
All
said that
right,
nigga
Rich,
a
hey, say
hypocrite.
your final
He a
2 cents.
motherfucking hypocrite, man. Come
Blue
on, you
Hustle
can't take
Man,
it.
what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? Blue Hustle Man, you there?
Yeah. What's up,
All
bro?
right, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Um. Well, you know, I do believe Devin Haney is a weight bully. I also feel like I also feel like you know the stuff that like with Claressa Shields, you know, it's just man with her she's special, you know. So I feel like with the Shakur thing, it is kind of getting out of hand, you know, to a certain extent because people want to say that you know he's pillow fisted or he isn't fighting anybody, and then when he you know attaches his name to fight somebody, then that person still isn't good enough, and that's why I said you know I bring up excuse me the fact that when Shakur beats Tio, you know what are people going to say then? You know they're going to allow him to be on the you know and where would they put him on the pound for pound list then? You know,
Right.
so you know I just feel like instead of just downgrade him. Let's let the fights happen, and you know, I look forward to the best fighting the best. That's all I care about. And one thing I do want to say is, you know, situation with Tank. You know, I don't know what he should. In my personal opinion, I feel like he should just basically, you know, if he does decide to come back to boxing, you know, I think he should basically take a little time off and just get himself together. Maybe take about a year off. But if he comes back, you know, get him a fight to where he doesn't have to worry about. I think he should do his rematch because him talking about he wants Pitbull next. That's just I don't like it, man. It's just I don't like it at all. You know, and I just want to see the best fight the best. But good show, great live, great topics on the panel, and on to the next one. Thanks.
All right, Blue Hustle Man, thank you for coming up on the panel. Mr. Greg, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Let me start with Claressa. I get what Carissa's doing. Yes, she's a fighter. She wants to be as bad and as bold as she can be. But she's also running up against what was her problem. And one of her problems was that she wasn't getting the commercial endorsement deals that she was looking for because of her personality and how she was coming across and how she looked and so forth. So she started working on that. You have to read the room, you have to read the market, and you have to know how you want to get how you want to achieve those particular goals commercially. It sounds good to her to bully the host, and he did get bullied, but then he opened the door for that, so he deserved it. He knew he was going to trigger her, and that's the thing that she can't allow to happen. That she gets triggered like that. There's a way you can present yourself where those in Madison Avenue will like how you're doing it. And right now, it's still scary to the general audience. And we like it most of the time, but I think that she has to change that. That's going to be something that her and Pap and whoever else is working on her management team will still have to work on because it's not resonating well. Because if there was a fight between her and Keith Thurman or even Rowley, it would take on a carnival-like atmosphere. And we got to remember in this country, we still frown upon men even talking loud to women, let alone even in a sport, fighting the women. Now, if we was playing tennis, okay, that's acceptable. That happened before with Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs. Okay, we could dig that. But we talking about drawing blood, punching, and so forth. The thought of it is still going to be offensive to too many people who would probably pay to see a fight, but not a man beating up a woman or vice versa. So I just feel they have to find a different kind of way that is be entertaining for her to say those kinds of things, but still sell herself as commercially viable. I hope they find that because she has a lot of accolades. She has a lot of accomplishments that she should be able to capitalize on. But when you get marred down and I'll beat up this man and you're bullying people and so bullying hosts of shows, that doesn't help her. So they need to look at that. On the Shakur Steveson, he's still trying to, this late in the game, find his identity, which is sad because he has talent, but he has to find his identity and capitalize on it, build it so he doesn't keep having to run to here, run there, say this, say that, put conditions on how he's going to do things and confuse people and bring about criticism. Just ask for the baddest guys in your divisions and stick to that. Stop jumping from promoter to promoter. Start confusing people about what it is that you're trying to do. Because as I said before earlier, I thought he was fading, not because he's got beat up or because he doesn't have talent. It's because we still don't know how good he really can be, and we don't know what his identity is in the ring where we want to go and see him, where he's exciting to see. On the issues about weight, there has always been fighters who've gone up in weight and fighters who've gone down in weight, and sometimes they fared well, sometimes they didn't. But if you look at the fighters of old who had damage to themselves, neurological and physical, it's because of being hit and fighting a lot more than the fighters today. So they have the issues where they're not talking well, they're not walking well, their hands are bent up, their arms, and that kind of thing. Some, very few, will spend the money. I think Holyfield did do it, and a few others took speech therapy classes so they can help correct that stuff a little bit so they can at least be coherent with where you understand what they're saying. Today's fighters are toying with weight dangerously, in my opinion. And I think, and I hope I'm 100% wrong down the road, a lot of them are going to have issues with their liver, with the kidneys, and so forth, with their muscles because of going up and down, being weight drained. So you're also going to be drained of water, and you're trying to hurry up and rehydrate, and you're fighting and things of that nature. So they have to, I think that they're better off, even if they are fighting once a year, of finding the right weight class where they compete at and dominate that entire weight class. Sometimes you can't always get the multi-million-dollar fight if you go up 3 weight classes or go down 2 weight classes, or you bring somebody up who has a bigger name than you up to your weight class so you can make a couple of dollars. That's going to eventually hurt you too, and the fighter you're bringing up. So if they start thinking like that and they start trying to fight in that manner, I think it's better for them in the long run. And I think when they retire, they won't have the issues that I believe they're going to have with all this up and down in weight. You do damage to your body. So somebody has to tell them that, and they have to see it. Maybe a nutritionist can tell them that. Maybe they can find a few people who went through that issue, particularly in combat sports. But right now, they only seem, I want to get this bag and I want to fight the little guy, and I think I can beat him if I'm a 220, 25 pounds heavier, and so forth and so on. So I hope that they will try to understand that, because I don't like to see guys who got beat up so badly post-fight, post-career, and don't have any money, and they can't talk, and they have nothing to show for all the damage and blood that they spilled in the ring. Because we've seen a few fighters like that. And I don't want to see these guys, that's not necessarily be broke, but they can't enjoy the fruits of their labor because they're in the hospital because of their, their organs from, playing with their weight all those years.
Yep.
So,
that's the thing. Yeah.
Let me get this super chat. Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the $5 in the super chat. He says Tank fans only talk about popularity because they know they have no leg to stand on when it comes to who's fighting the best fights or legacy. So sad. I don't think that fighting being C-level fighter for belts really does more than fighting good matchups, which is what's making you popular in the first place. But you can look at that however you want to look at it, Boxing Hacker. Shout out to Boxing Hacker with the $5 in the super chat. Let me get shout out to Kadir with the $5. I mean, with the $1.99 in the super chat. He says showing my support. Shout out to Kadir with the $1.99 in the super chat.
So I'll land here. With that being said about the weight, it's already, like I said, it's a dangerous sport. You don't have to make it as any more dangerous by doing all of this extra stuff, particularly with the weights. I just hope, I know Devin has gone up. I know Shakur is going up. I wonder how that's going to fare, because I've already said I don't think Devin is better at 147 than he is at 135. With Shakur, he's going. Is this his first fight at 140, or am I wrong on that?
First fight.
Yeah. So I like to see how well he fights, and will we see anything different, even the subtle changes about how he will fight at 140? Because I definitely believe he will have to make some subtle changes in how he performs in the ring if he's going to fight at that weight class. T.O. is not a walk in the park, even though sometimes he comes in a little different than others. But T.O. also knows he has to perform very well. But he fights at this weight class. Shakur is new. So will we see a new Shakur, not just in weight, but how he performs? That's the question that we're only going to see when we see that fight. And that fight is at the end of next month. In January, is that correct?
I think the 23rd or something like that.
23rd. So that's what I always look at fighters when they go up in weight, when they do and they say and they talk, and when you see what's happening in their career, what they're going to do with this next fight that they get. And that tells me where they are psychologically and physically. At least that's how I look at the fights. I mean, I'm looking at all the subtle changes. I'm looking at everything that they're trying to do and what they're telling their audience or what they're going to be. So hopefully we'll get entertained. We'll be saying some good stuff about Shakur when this fight is over. And that's all I think that's all we covered. I covered the weight class, Shakur, Devin, and Claressa. Did I miss something?
I think that was it.
Yeah, so that's sort of where I land at, and that's how I think about it. That's my 2 cents for tonight.
All right, Mr. Greg, thank you for coming up. All right, No Cap and B More, y'all came up here late, so I'm gonna give y'all one last shout out. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say before I end the show?
See, Boxing Hacker, to everybody who's listening, that dude Boxing Hacker is proof that the mind is a terrible thing to waste. To the whole Haney clan, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Seriously, think, read, do research about what you're going to talk about before you get up here saying, I think that, and you say something that's completely stupid. Seriously. And with that, I'm out.
Peace
Big
out.
up.
Be More Bully. Thank you for coming up. No kids out.
Yeah, this Haney shit gonna end horribly for him, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the train wreck.
I mean, come on, man. You've been saying that every fight. No cap. You've been saying that every fight. He come through every time.
Yeah, come through. And I'm glad he beat Miller, so I can keep hating on this. So it's gonna be even more sweeter when he get taken out. It's gonna be even more sweeter. I just want to see the tears come from these motherfuckers.
You think Lewis Crockett gonna do it? Lewis Crocker?
Who the fuck is Lewis Crockett? How you
look him up. Look up Lewis Crocker, man. Look up Lewis Crocker.
Man, this shit crazy. Why don't he fight Karen, dog? Why don't Devin Haney fight Karen? Fight a real opponent.
He got a belt. He ain't got a belt.
Fight a real opponent.
They don't want to fight real opponents. They just want to fight for belts. They don't care if it's a F level fighter. If they got a belt, that's who they want.
Yeah, because Karen to beat up Devin Haney, they don't want to see that. They don't want to see Lord Haney get dismantled, nigga. Get put in, you know what I'm saying? They want him to fight guys he could beat. He could wrestle.
They should have let Karen get that IBF. That's who should have fought for that belt.
He should have, because the only person that beat him was Boots, so he left the division. So he should be fighting for the belt next. That shit just makes sense. It's like these motherfuckers be playing musical chairs with these belts. That's why the belts ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, a weight bully, got to wrestle niggas and shit. He supposed to be a slick boxer, but his main weapon is wrestling. He can take his ass to MMA, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He need to get in the octagon with that bullshit. Keep that shit out of boxing. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
You don't like the jab and grab?
Yeah, hey, Day Father, I said Norman would destroy Haney because I was hating. I said I picked Norman out of pure hate for Haney, and I'm picking Lewis Crocker to knock Haney out, nigga. I'm always picking against Haney. Fuck Haney. Tell him to fight Karen. Karen to beat Haney ass, boy. He don't want no smoke with Karen. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm glad the Hanos clan is back out the gutter. I'm glad they feeling good about themselves because I want to see them tear. I can't wait to Devin Haney get his ass beat and see him.
Who gonna beat him though? Who you got beating Haney at 47?
Karen and motherfucking Sugar Rolly, nigga.
Sugar Rolly,
Sugar Rolly he looked down on Devin Haney. He like, I'm not giving Devin Haney the opportunity. He wasted my time. I got Pacquiao problems. I'm trying to get them big shit. We Hall of Famers for real over here. Sugar Rolly, nigga. We beat up Ryan Garcia. Y'all couldn't do that, Hanos. We did what y'all couldn't, nigga. We put that nigga Ryan on his back pockets like he supposed to. Nigga ain't got no chin. You can't even put Ryan on his back pockets. Ostarine don't help your chin. You can't make no excuses. You know what I'm saying? We on your ass, Hanos. Enjoy your victory while you can, dog. It's gonna be short-lived. And I'm out.
Shout out No Cap. Hey, No Cap say he coming at the Hanos. He coming at the Hanos. No, I'm not sick. I don't know what's going on. I just start coughing all of a sudden, but I'm not sick. I ain't been coughing all day. I think I just need something to drink. But shout out to everybody that joined me today on the panel. Shout out to No Cap for closing the show. Listen, big things coming up in the new year for boxing. I can't wait to see what happens next year. A lot of fights we looking forward to. A lot of fights that could be made. Devin Haney on another undisputed run, chasing with air quotations legacy. Things up in the air still for Gervonta Tank Davis. Nobody knows what's really going on. Was it self-sabotage or was it just plain old sabotage? We don't know. We don't know. We got to see what's going to happen with Dana White and TKO and Zuffa Boxing and he getting sued and under federal investigation for fixing over 100 fights in the UFC. It's a crazy, crazy time going on right now in the sport. But if this is your first time here, make sure you come back. And if you haven't already, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, kicking you off the panel, leaving you in the background, putting you on mute, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Thank you.